Welcome to the Big Z Sports and Claxon Communications play-by-play presentation of high school football. Tonight, in the Kent State University at Tuscarawas and Parkway Quick Lane Game of the Week, in this I.V.C battle, the Indian Valley Braves host the Ridgewood Generals. Tonight's game is also brought to you by U.S. Bagging, Amici's Pizza, Wood Electric, First National Bank of Denison, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, McInturf Realty, Kime, and Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Now let's head to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio with Joe Geckler, Travis McClelland, and Shannon Thomas.
Welcome into Week 8 of the high school football season with Big Z Sports, Claxon Communications, and, of course, our live stream thanks to Kent State, Tuscarawas, and the Parkway Quick Lane. I'm Joe Geckler along with Travis McClellan, and on the sidelines with us tonight is one Shannon Thomas. And, Travis, I'll come to you first. A beautiful night for some high school football. Looks like the rain is going to avoid us here in Janaden Hutton at Indian Valley High School between the Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves. Couldn't ask for a better night for football.
No, you're exactly right. When you can combine a great weather with a great football game, it makes for great high school football, great entertainment. I can't wait to kick this off. Two great teams. Let's get it going.
It's going to be a lot of fun, of course, tonight as we have a 7-0 Ridgewood team, a 4-1 Indian Valley football team coming off of a loss last week. They got to regroup. They're going to come off the mat tonight.
Yeah, sometimes a wounded animal fights the hardest. When you back them into a corner, there's only one way to go. I expect that out of the Indian Valley Braves tonight, especially early. They're going to come out with a little extra emotion and try to get after the Ridgewood Generals because their back's against the wall here in the I.V.C.
Going to be a great football game. We're going to take a quick time out, come back, and we'll be joined in the huddle with Shannon Thomas, our Indian Valley stringer and sideline reporter tonight. You're listening to high school football thanks to Claxton Communications, Kent State, Tuscarawas, the Parkway Quick Lane, and you're listening to the Wood Electric pregame show right here on Z Country 99.9.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Tailgating season is here, so why not do it in style with a new vehicle from Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover. Bring your trade and ask about great financing options on any car, truck, or SUV on the lot. Joel and the Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram team will help you shop and find the best deal for you. No hassle and no stress. Fall is the perfect time for a great deal. Your way, the right way. Visit Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com and drive forward.
If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net. Here
at Indian Valley High School and the Wood Electric pregame show, Joe Geckler in the huddle with Shannon Thomas, our Indian Valley stringer and our sideline reporter tonight. And, of course, Travis McClellan joins us here as well. Shannon, the Braves are 4-1 coming into the season. Lost a close, tough game last week to the Garaway Pirates. What's your thoughts on that game last week?
Well, last week, they had made a lot of mistakes there on the offensive line. A bunch of penalties, missed some assignments. And, the Braves got to get better. Defensively, I thought the Braves played good last week. They did a good job keeping Garaway in check for a long time. That game was 6-0 with 2 minutes to go in the game. Garaway made some adjustments. Indian Valley said they blitzed the house. Garaway ended up, putting it away 14-0. It was a real good game.
Shannon, the Braves offense is averaging almost 29 points a game. Talk about your 1-2 punch at running back and your athletes outside at wide receiver.
Yeah, they got a great group of young kids still, You got a sophomore, Tyson Pryor, in the backfield, and a junior, and Gavin Henry. Both of those guys can really, get going, but the offensive line's got to give them a little bit of help. As far as wide receivers, you got the senior Trevor Myers. It seems like anything that gets in his vicinity, he goes up and he gets it. He does a real nice job, grabbing balls that you wouldn't think were catchable. And then you got Colton Thomas, a sophomore, another great wide receiver, good set of hands. They do a lot of nice stuff with play action off him. Brogan Brocher does a good job coming across the middle. And then you got Tanya McComb. So, they got 4 decent wide receivers. And, I'd like to see the Braves maybe open up a little bit tonight, catch Ridgewood off guard.
Shannon, you've been around this program all week. What's been the message from the coaching staff and to the players after that tough loss last week?
I think probably the biggest thing was we got to get back to fundamental football. You can't make the mistakes that you make at this level of the game. A lot of those mistakes they made last week with the missed assignments on blocking and the offside stuff, that's middle school stuff. You got to correct that in order to be able to compete at the top level.
And Shannon, obviously tonight, Gabe Tingle led Ridgewood Generals. What do you expect from them here tonight?
I expect for fireworks. Gabe has been sitting on the sideline for a long time. He come back last week, played a little bit against Sandy Valley. Coach Slusser is one of the top coaches in the state. He's got one of the top athletes in the state. It's going to be very tough for Indian Valley Braves to contain them.
Finally, Shannon, what's your 3 keys for the Braves to pull off the upset here tonight?
They got to eliminate the mistakes that they made last week. They got to contain Gabe Tingle. And when I mean contain him, you got to keep him in the pocket. You can't be chasing him from behind because he'll make plays. And number 3, they got to find a way to get their offense going. Last week that offense struggled, and they got to get it back on track tonight.
Thanks, Shannon. Appreciate it. You've been in the huddle with Shannon Thomas, our Indian Valley stringer. Thanks to U.S. Bagging, providing the pipeline industry with filled bags and with superior service. Coming up next, we'll talk in the huddle with Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser. You listen to Big Z Sports and high school football right here on Z Country 99.9.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Welcome back to Indian Valley High School. You're listening to the Wood Electric pregame show. Joe Geckler in the huddle with Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser, presented by Amici's Pizza in West Lafayette. Coach, last week you knocked off Sandy Valley 40-13. Your team is finally 100% healthy after looking back at the film. How do you feel your team performed?
You know what? I thought we played all right that night. We gave up a touchdown the last play of the game. Other than that, I thought we played okay. Gave up a drive in the first half, but overall, I was pleased with it. We just haven't, since we haven't been together all year, we haven't gelled in some of the parts that you would expect to be there by week 7.
Coach, Your number 2, your quarterback, returned after being injured the last few weeks. He put up some great numbers, 242 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, did throw an interception, but he also had 24 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Talk to us about having Gabe back and what he means to your team and your offense.
Well, spoiler alert, he's pretty good. We need him. He's a good player, man. I mean, I just was telling Lank, I've been coaching for 30 years at Ridgewood. He's the best player I've ever seen come through, and we've had a lot of good ones. We've got a lot of good players, but he's the straw that kind of stirs it all, and having him back's a big lift. We really limited him last week in his, running and doing things like that. We hope to open it up a little bit more. We're probably not going to feed him the whole bale of straw tonight, but we're going to try to feed him a little bit more than we did last week.
Coach, last week the Generals defense held Sandy Valley to only 147 yards total offense, forced 2 turnovers. Talk to us about your defense, which has been a staple in West Lafayette.
I just told our kids in the defensive meeting before we came out, we've been as good as any defense we've had here, and the numbers back that up. We don't have the big names like the Praters and JJ and Deontay and those guys, but we've still been great. But unfortunately, and it's the monster we've built or the machine that's went on, you're ultimately judged at Ridgewood on how you do in the Indian Valley and Garraway game. And if they want to be considered a great defense, they got to perform tonight. And if you don't perform in those 2 games, then you don't go down as one of the best defenses at Ridgewood. And that's the reality of it.
Coach, we've hit the home stretch of the season, the next 3 weeks before the playoffs. What do you want to see from your team in this playoff stretch run?
A lot of wins. Got to try to win.
Coach, the Indian Valley Braves stand in your way tonight. What do you know about them? What do you expect from them here tonight?
I know a lot about them, Joe, but you know what? Listen, we all know they're a very physical football team. They're going to try to bully us up front and get after us, and our kids are going to have to stand up and take it. Defensively, they're going to drop 7, 8 guys a lot of times, make it hard for us to throw. We're going to have to be able to run the football a little bit. Lank's developed a program up here where they just win and turn out dudes, man. They've got it coming. So we almost got to win this one, because it might be a long time before Indian Valley gets beat again in a football game. So this is a big game for us, big game for them. I know it's hard because I've done it many times where you got to play 2 games in a row. And, if you lose the one or even if you win the other one, and sometimes it's hard to come back. Sometimes it's almost better you lost the week before because you come back with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder. Sometimes it's harder to motivate them when they win. So, we're going to see a little bit of a caged animal tonight, I think, especially at the start of the game. And you'll see them get on us up front. I know they were disappointed with that last week. So we're going to have to withstand a few uppercuts in the first quarter and get our legs underneath us and figure it out.
Finally, Coach, what are your 3 keys for the Generals to remain undefeated and knock off the Braves here tonight?
Well, as always, you got to avoid turnovers and penalties. Those are always a big thing. Always, if you look, usually the one that has the most turnovers and most penalty yards has problems. And we've got to avoid the big play. The Myers kid, they're going to take 4 or 5 shots with him downfield and usually single covered because you got to play the run. So, we'll try to match up with them at different times and give them different looks. But ultimately, man, we got to score. It's high school football in the new era. You got to be able to score points. When we get chances, we got to score. We can't come away empty. I told Chris, if he puts up 28 or 35, we should be home.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck here tonight.
Thank you very much.
You've been in the huddle with Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser, presented by I.V.C Pizza. The starting lineups and kickoff of the Braves and Generals are next, right after this on Z Country 99.9.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Since the inception of the Times Reporter Best of the Best campaign, you have voted us the best real estate company in Tuscarawas County. Hi, I'm Jan McInturf, and I want to thank you for your continued support. We think Tuscarawas County is the best place to live, work, and play, and the McInturf team of realtors are committed to making sure you are satisfied with your home buying and selling experience. If a new home is in your plans, make the call to McInturf Realty and find out why our clients think we're the best. Online at McInturfRealty.net or call 330-364-SOLD.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our locations in downtown New Philadelphia or Sugar Creek, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, we'd like to wish all of the area athletes and teams good luck this fall.
WTUZ, Uricksville, New Philadelphia. Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School, Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas on the sidelines for us tonight. And we will check in with Shannon here in just a little bit. But those trips to the sidelines are brought to you by Crocker's Bar and Grill in Dover. But we're going to get to the starting lineups. The Ridgewood Generals, they won the toss. They want the football. So, Travis, talk to us about the Indian Valley defense.
The Indian Valley defense, they're going to come out in their traditional 30, starting at the left defensive end, number 21, Cale Coachman, the 5'9", 195-pound junior. Starting on the other end for the Braves, the 6'2", 230-pound junior, number 60, Sam Zerker. And the big man in the middle, the nose tackle, number 50, Landon Green, 5'9", 215 pounds, and a sophomore. For the linebacking crew for the Braves tonight, at middle backer, number 18, Cole Lancaster. He's 5'8", 190, and a senior. At the other middle backer spot, number 24, Braden Parsons, 6'1", 180, and a junior. The third middle linebacker for the Braves tonight, number 53, Caleb Wells. He's 5'8", 185, and a senior. The two outside linebackers tonight, number 32, Remington Myers, 6 foot, 175, and a junior. And the other outside linebacker, number 45, Evan Broom. He's 5'11", 170, and a senior. The three defensive backs tonight for the Indian Valley Braves, starting at free safety, number 42, the senior. He's 5'10", 150 pounds, Trevor Myers. And the two corners, number 34, Brogan Bircher. He's 5'9", 165, and a junior. And the guy that got the great interception there last week, number 7, Colton Thomas. He's 6'1" and a 170-pound sophomore.
And now I'll take a look at the Ridgewood offense. Of course, head football coach John Slusser in his 17th season. He's 151-35. Of course, 7-0 on the 2021 campaign. Up front for the Generals, number 50, Caden Bradford. He's 6'4", 225, and a senior. Number 77, Colby Molosky, 6'2", 245, and a senior. At center, the only junior on the offensive starting crew for the Ridgewood Generals is number 63, Cohen Cabot, 5'10", 215, and a junior. At right guard, number 74, Gage Bates, 5'8", 270, and a senior. And at right tackle, number 72, Hunter Murphy. He's 6'4", 250, and a senior. And, of course, at quarterback back is number 2, Gabe Tingle. He's 6 foot, 180, and a senior. At running back, number 7, Xavier Lamnick. He's 5'9", 175, and a senior. And the wide receiving core for the Ridgewood Generals, number 14, Dalton Patterson. He's 6'1", 180, and a senior. Number 4, Keegan Millender. He's 5'9", 170, and a senior. Number 3, Alex Strout. He's 6'2", 170, and a senior. Number 11, Chase Booth, is 6'2", 170, and a senior. And that is the starting offensive lineup for your Ridgewood Generals and the Indian Valley Braves on defense. Now, we got a couple of minutes here, Travis. Let's talk a little bit about, number 2's back for Ridgewood Generals. You mentioned it in the pregame. Indy Valley's coming off the mat. They're a scarred animal. Yeah. They're coming back. They want to win in the worst way. What's more dangerous, when you got a guy like Gabe Tingle that's back, or a team that's coming off of a loss like they did?
Well, always when you back a proud program into the corner, they're going to come out swinging and give you absolutely everything they have. And when you got an underdog coming in with that mentality of, hey, we got knocked down last week, but we're coming, they're always so dangerous because they have nothing to lose. They're going to go out. You might see a little different formation, a couple different packages out of the Braves tonight, but when you got number 2 on the other side of the line of scrimmage. He's very dangerous. And when you get a kid like that back, the morale comes up, the juice comes up. There's got a little swagger to him. When your captain's there, everything goes better.
It's going to be fun. Let's head down to the sidelines and talk with Shannon Thomas. And Shannon, what's the atmosphere down? You're right there on the Indian Valley sidelines. What's the atmosphere like down there before kickoff?
I think both teams are anticipating a very good game. The student section here at Indian Valley is right behind me, and they're getting a little loud, and everybody's ready to watch some football here on a great Friday night.
Yeah, a beautiful night for some high school football. The Indian Valley Braves are in their all-blue jerseys, white pants with the red and blue stripe down the side. They have the white and red stripe on the sleeves of their jerseys, of course. Their blue helmet with the red and white stripe down the middle and the arrow on the side. The Ridgewood Generals, they have gray pants on tonight, black and orange stripe, white jerseys, black and orange stripe on the sleeves. They have white helmets with the black and orange stripe down the middle and the word Generals written in script on the side of their helmets. Their numerals are black and then trimmed in orange. So we are about underway. There's 12 minutes on the clock. The ball is teed up at the 40-yard line, and Daniel Miller, the junior kicker for the Indian Valley Braves, is ready to kick it off. And back deep to return, number 4, Keegan Millender, and number 7, Xavier Lamanick for the Ridgewood Generals. Going to be a good one here tonight. Week 8 of the high school football season is underway as Daniel Miller gets his toe into it. It's a high end-over-end kick, fielded at about the 15, up to the 25, and he is going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line for the Ridgewood Generals. Looked like that was number 7, Xavier Lamanick, and that's where the Generals will start.
Yeah, the Indian Valley tried to kick it over in the corner there. Lamanick got it. We thought he was going to get down. He spun, drove for yardage. They're ready to play. He got about 8 yards after contact. Good run there by Lamanick.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Just underway here at Indian Valley High School. 4 wide receivers actually make that... two wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Of course, Gabe Tingle in the shotgun at quarterback for the Ridgewood Generals.
Indian Valley come out in the 40, Joe.
Coming out in a 40 as number 4, Millender, goes in motion. It's going to be a fake jet sweep. Tingle rolls out here, fires to Dalton Patterson. He has it inside the 40, almost to the 45-yard line. They're going to say he's down at the 44-yard line. Nice pitch and catch, and it's going to be a first down for the Ridgewood Generals.
Generals get that jet motion going away and getting the shift out of Indian Valley. They're coming back, pulling the front side guard as a protector for Tingle. He liked Patterson there on the comeback for the first down.
An Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals. They come out now with Xavier Lamanick in the backfield as Gabe Tingle in the pistol formation. We have a receiver, Dalton Patterson, split here to the near side, and number 4, Keegan Millender, to the far side. Again, we are in the first quarter, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The hand is to Xavier Lamanick right into the heart of that defense, and he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up one. Sam Zerker in on the stop for the Braves.
There was nothing doing there. The Braves come up in that 40 defense. What they're doing is angling. They're trying to take away that base blocking and gap blocking for the Ridgewood Generals. Zerker gets in there, stands tall, makes the play.
So it's going to be 2nd and 9. They did give Lamanick a 1-yard gain on the run. We have 2 wide receivers split to the far side, 1 here to the near side. And we have 2 wide receivers, which is going to be Dalton Patterson and Keegan Millender, split over on the far side of the football field as Gabe Tingle is in the shotgun formation.
Number 6, Braden Molesky here to the near side.
Tingle rolls out, gets lots of pressure, flings it on the far side of the field, and that's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be caught by Indian Valley, but he is well out of bounds, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Ridgewood Generals.
A little broken play there by the Generals. He rolled out, thought he could scramble back, get a little scramble drill, but Indian Valley stayed with their discipline and didn't let him out of the pocket, which is going to be key for the Indian Valley Braves, as Shannon alluded to in the pregame. Kept it out. He had to throw it away. Incomplete pass.
So 3rd down and 9 now on the 45-yard line for the Ridgewood Generals. They come out in 5 wide. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Gabe Tingle in the shotgun formation, looking over to his sidelines for the call here. Indian Valley defense trying to make a stand here on 3rd and 9. 10:21 to go in the first quarter. No score. As Tingle takes a snap, he rolls out to the far side of the field, fires over the middle of the field, has number 3, Alex Straub, and he's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line into Indian Valley territory. Another Adams board first down.
They know Indian Valley was in cover 3 there. They ran a little combo route. One guy come early in that zone, and Straub runs an angle flag outside, gets it between the safety and the corner for the first down.
So the Ridgewood Generals get the first down on 3rd and 9, and now they are at the Indian Valley 36-yard line. That's where they say Alex Straub stepped out of bounds on the reception from Gabe Tingle. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers. Tingle has it, fires over to the far side, and it's going to be Moloski on the reception. He's going to be shoved out of bounds close to the 25-yard line. They're going to say it's a 26-yard line, and it looks like we have a sideline warning from the side judge over here.
So what's happening there? Indian Valley's in that soft zone. They're backing off pre-snap. Right now, Ridgewood's content to throw it in front. They're going to try to make them move up, and when they do move up, they'll try to throw it over the top.
So 10:09 to go here, first quarter. No score between the Generals and Indian Valley Braves. The shotgun formation, again, 3 wide receivers here to the near side. You have 2 over on the far side as you have Straub, Millender, and Dalton Patterson split here to the near side. Of course, Gabe Tingle at quarterback takes a snap, looking, middle screen. It's going to be to Millender, and it's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage to bring up 3rd down now and 1 for the Generals.
A little middle screen there. As a defensive lineman, you know you're getting blocked when you get through so easily. You say, hey, what's going on? You see screen, you retrace your steps. Indian Valley Braves knock it down. It's 3rd down and a yard.
3rd down and 1 now, 9:51 to go first quarter. No score here at Indian Valley between the Generals and the Indian Valley Braves. As looks like we do have a flag on the play, a late flag come out. I didn't see what the call was. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but that's a weird penalty. That must be a spot foul because they marked it back about 11 yards.
Let's head down to the field real quick with Shannon Thomas. And Shannon, you saw the call of the penalty.
Yeah, they got holding on the backside of the play. Was nowhere near where it was going, but they got the guy called him.
All right, so a holding penalty on the Ridgewood Generals. That trip to the sidelines brought to you by Crockers in Dover. Millender goes in motion here across to the near side of the field. Tingle takes a snap, fires over the middle, and is almost intercepted, and it is called incomplete. Trevor Myers, they say he picked it up off the ground, and he did. Very nice call by the back judge, Travis. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16 now or 3rd down and 16 for the Generals.
Yeah, the back judge and the far line judge were right on it. It did skip in there. A nice effort by Myers. But Keegan Millender was wide open. Gabe missed him there a little bit. He had the first down and room to run had Gabe delivered the football.
Millender came in motion, kind of on a wheel route almost, kind of across the middle of the field. But the Generals come out. Let's reset the clock. 9:46 to go here, first quarter. No score. 3rd and 16 from the Indian Valley 42-yard line. 5 wide receivers. Tingle takes a snap, fires over to the far sideline, finds his receiver, and that looks like it was number 6. That was Moloski, and he's going to be very, very close to the first down. And let's see where they spot it.
A little stop route, a little comeback there out of the wide receiver in that soft zone.
That's going to be Braden Moloski on the catch. It's going to be very, very close to another first down. Let's see. They are giving him the first down. That's going to be an Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals. Nice throw by Gabe Tingle. Threw it to only where his receiver could catch it.
Yeah, he was either going to catch it or was going to sail out of bounds unhurt there. That's a very safe throw, a very accurate throw there for the senior quarterback, Gabe Tingle.
3 wide receivers split here to the near side, 2 over on the far side as we have Gabe Tingle in the shotgun formation. 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 31. Little swing pass out here to Millender. Has the block on the edge. He's out here to the 20. To the 15, to the 10, finally shoved out of bounds inside the 10-yard line is Keegan Millender. It looks like number 53, Caleb Wells, knocks him out of bounds, but a big pickup and a gain inside the Little Caesars red zone for the Generals. They have a little up-tempo going right now, 1st and 10. Now, at about they're calling it 1st and 10 at the 10, so it's 1st and goal at the 10-yard line for the Generals as they remain in the 5 wide receiver set. Kind of a little hurry up. 3 wide receivers to the far side this time, 2 here to the near side. Tingle in the shotgun. Tingle takes a snap, takes off running, makes one guy miss at the line of scrimmage. Now there's a flag that comes in as Tingle's brought down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. It's going to be Sam Zerker on the stop for the Indian Valley Braves, but the referee threw it, and it's probably going to be a holding penalty on the Generals.
Yeah, when you see that, it's going to be holding their hands to the face, and it is holding. They're going to back them up. The second one on this drive here.
Yeah, 2 penalties have hurt the Generals so far here tonight, 2 holding calls, and that's going to back them up a little bit, bring up another first down attempt here for the Generals. But again, they're moving the ball well after they went to the 5 wide. They hurried up a little bit, trying to keep the substitutions at a minimum for the Indian Valley Braves. So it's 1st down and 14 from the 10. Or see how that works here. They are first.
They're on about the 22-yard line.
1st and 4. Or Anyway, shotgun formation, throw it out here to number 11. That's going to be Chase Booth on the reception. A small pickup, small gain for the Ridgewood Generals. Bring up second down.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're going tempo, not necessarily hurry up. They're getting up to the line, keeping that defense basic, getting a read on what they're doing, and don't allow them to sub, and then they're calling their play.
So the Generals again hurry back up to the line of scrimmage. 5 wide receivers, 3 to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Gabe Tingle in the shotgun formation. 8:21 to go here, first quarter. No score between Indian Valley and Ridgewood. Gabe Tingle takes a snap, fires over to the middle of the field. He has number 3, Straub, and he is going to be brought down close to the 5-yard line, maybe the 6-yard line. They're actually going to mark him down. They say he went down at the 7-yard line. That was Alex Straub, the 6'2", 175-pound senior.
Tingle has looked for him early and often. He's been open. He's played well. What he does is he finds that nice bubble in the zone, settles down, and waits on the football.
Sideline warning issued to the Ridgewood Generals. That's one on each team now here in the first quarter. Under 8 minutes to go. In the first quarter, no score, but the Ridgewood Generals are knocking on the door. They are 3rd and 7 from the 7. 5 wide receivers here. 3 here to the near side, 2 to the far side. Tingle audibles here at the line of scrimmage, checking over the defense.
Watch for draw here.
We had a jet sweep here to number 4, Keegan Millender, and Tingle actually keeps it and runs into his own player and another Indian Valley defender, and he is going to be brought down at about the 5-yard line.
This is a flag-happy crew, Joe. The far side judge threw another flag there.
I don't see a flag on the field. Nope. I think you saw a ball being tossed in the air over there. I thought the same thing, but I think it was a ball, as now the Ridgewood Generals are going to have it 4th down and 5. At the 5, they're going to attempt a field goal. So that will be a 22-yard field goal attempt by number 10, Andy Troyer. He has no field goal attempts yet this year. The kick is up, and it is good for the Ridgewood Generals as they take the lead with 7:01 to go here in the first quarter. The Generals 3, the Indian Valley Braves nothing. We'll be back after this. You're listening to High School Sports on Big Z Sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot, made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School on a 25-yard field goal by Andy Troyer, the senior kicker for the Ridgewood Generals. The Generals take a 3-0 lead with 7:01 to go here in the first quarter. Nice drive, though, Travis, by the Ridgewood Generals.
Yeah, they had a lot of yards. A couple penalties really hurt them. The Braves defense stood tall in the end and held them to a field goal. That's actually a win by the Braves after they had 1st down and goal.
Now the Generals are going to kick it off to the Indian Valley Braves, and that's Andy Troyer. Gets his leg into it as number 42 fields it, and that's going to be Trevor Myers at about the 20, where he's going to be brought down inside the 30 here on the near side of the field to about the 31-yard line. Trevor Myers on the return for the Braves. That's where they start, 1st and 10 at their 31.
Number 71, Aiden Troyer there on the tackle for the Generals, and the Indian Valley Braves offense comes out for the first time.
We'll get to their starting lineups here in just a minute. The Braves are typically quick out of the huddle, and that's exactly what they are. It's 6:56 to go here, first quarter. Ridgewood 3, Indian Valley nothing. They come out in the I formation with the receiver split here to the near side, which is looks like number 42, Trevor Myers. Sam Carter under center. The hand is to Tyson Pryor, and he breaks one tackle off the right side of that offensive line, gets out to about the 40. They're going to mark him down at about the 39-yard line. Tyson Pryor with a nice pickup of about 6.
Colin Smith there, the middle linebacker for the Generals on the tackle. He started since I think he was a freshman there. He's played a lot of snaps for the Generals.
Of course, Indian Valley, we'll talk about their offensive line. Number 66, Austin Baird. Number 60, Sam Zerker. Number 76, Cam Anderson. Number 64, Braden Galloway, and number 55, Brendan Hughes. Quarterback number 2, Sam Carter, of course, in the backfield. You have number 6, Tyson Pryor, number 27, Gavin Henry. as Carter takes the snap and he flips it out here to Gavin Henry. Makes one guy miss and he gets stuck at about the 41-yard line. Going to be very close to another Adams board first down. Let's see where they mark it.
The senior, the last guy of the fearsome foursome up front for the Generals, Caden Bradford, engages, gets loose, comes straight down the line of scrimmage to make the play. Nice play there, Caden Bradford.
And Gavin Henry did get enough to gain a Adams board first down for the Indian Valley Braves. And at wide receiver is number 7, Colton Thomas, and number 42, Trevor Myers. That's a look at the starting lineups. We'll get to Ridgewood's defense here in just a moment. I formation, Tyson Pryor in the back, dotting the I with 2 wide receivers split to the far side of the field. They're going to hand it to Tyson Pryor. He gets a lot of room off the right side of that offensive line, gets up past the 45 to about the 46-yard line, where he is brought down, going to bring up second down.
The Generals come out with a little different alignment there. They brought in number 80, Caleb Schrock, there to play defensive end. Both ends are in a wide 9. What they're doing out there outside the tackle and tight end is trying to contain the football. The Generals are on the 50. They want to stop the run.
So it's second down and 6 now from their own 46-yard line for the Indian Valley Braves. 2 wide receivers split here to the near side. We have a shotgun formation with Cole Lancaster in the backfield with Carter. He flips it out here to Colton Thomas. He makes the catch and gets knocked down at about the 50-yard line. Going to bring up third down now for the Indian Valley Braves.
It's going to be third down and 1, and your entire playbook is open here. You can choose to pass. You can run the football. We know what Indian Valley likes to do. We'll look for power I here or I formation and see if they can pound it up in there for a first down.
This is going to be a weight room run right here, Travis. I have a feeling.
You're doing the weight room prediction. I love it.
I'm doing the weight room.
I love that.
Look who's that fullback. Big number 18, Cole Lancaster. Tyson Pryor is going to get this football right here. It's going to be a power I formation. Now Lancaster moves into the I formation with Myers to the split. It's going to be handoff to Tyson Pryor. He gets out past the 45 down to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be enough for another Adams board first down.
Joe, great call there. Lancaster didn't get the football, but he had the kick-out block there on the defensive tackle to allow Pryor to sneak up inside and get the first down on big play there on 3rd and 1.
Indian Valley doing a nice job on the offensive line tonight, and of course, giving Tyson Pryor some room to run on both sides, the right side and the left side.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're sticking on their blocks. The guards are getting up on the linebackers there and getting a nice seal.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the far side, 1 here to the near side, shotgun for Sam Carter. He takes it. It's a direct snap, a power run by the quarterback, Sam Carter, off the right side. He gets out past the 40 to about the 42-yard line, calling about the 43-yard line. Going to bring up second down.
Second down here, and you only got a yard there, so you're in second and long. So as the offensive coordinator, you've got to pick up yards here. You're probably going to throw the football.
3:35 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0. Ridgewood leads Indian Valley. Couple changes now as number 45 comes in. That's Evan Broom, and also Tyson Pryor comes back into the football game. They're going to have 3 wide receivers split to the 2 to the far side, which is Myers and Henry, and Colton Thomas split here to the near side. The give is to Tyson Pryor, and he takes it hard inside up the gut of that defense and picks up a hard 2 yards. Going to bring up third down for the Indian Valley Braves.
The Braves there pulled number 66, Austin Bear, trying to kick out and let Pryor hit it up inside there, and it's going to be third down and long, probably in 2-down territory if you're the Indian Valley Braves.
Of course, the Indian Valley Braves come in the game at 4-1. Matt Lancaster, their head football coach, been here 15 years, and he's doing a great job here at Indian Valley and has done for the last 15 seasons. 2:42 to go here, first quarter, as the Indian Valley Braves come out in a shotgun formation. Sam Carter flips it out to number 34, Bircher, and he catches it, and he is drugged down finally inside the 20, inside the Little Caesars red zone at the 19-yard line. And that was Brogan Bircher on the catch from Sam Carter. Nice little spot pass, and the blocking was there.
Yeah, it was just a stop, and actually Ridgewood was misaligned there. The inside slot receiver just waited there because they didn't cover it up right. They had the corner and the free safety deep. The outside linebacker needs to split the difference and be at the apex between the tackle and the slot. He wasn't there. Easy money for the Braves.
Coming up on 2 minutes to go here, first quarter, 3-0 Ridgewood. The Indian Valley Braves come out in shotgun formation. Have the receiver, just out of the reach from Sam Carter was number Looks like that was number 42, Trevor Myers, on the. He was the intended receiver, just out of his reach. Going to bring up second down.
Second down here, and just out of his reach. But from last week to this week, it looks like the Braves are opening the offense a little bit, Joe.
They are running some plays we didn't see last week. Kind of opening up a little bit against the Ridgewood Generals, as you have Broom, Lancaster, and Thomas all check back into the football game for the Indian Valley Braves. Of course, Sam Carter at quarterback, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. You're going to have two wide receivers split here to the near side, one to the far side. That's Colton Thomas. Now he comes in motion here to the near side. Carter takes a snap, looking, almost intercepted, and it is intercepted by the Ridgewood Generals off the tip, and he is out here to the 20, to the 25, to the 30. Is number 3, Alex Straub for the Ridgewood Generals, picks it off and brings it all the way back out close to the 35-yard line. A tipped pass. He was playing center field, put his hand up almost for the fair catch.
Yeah, it was a tip pass there, and unfortunately when you see a tip pass as an offensive coordinator, your heart stops because usually that ends up in the defensive end. That's what happened there. Looked like a little confusion on the routes there. Two guys in the same area. Unfortunately for the Braves, he got picked off. Straub brings it the other way.
So now the Ridgewood Generals take over with 1:51 to go here in the first quarter, leading 3-0. They come out in 3 wide receivers bunched on the far side, 2 here to the near side. You're going to have Keegan Millender and Dalton Patterson here on the near side. 3 of your other receivers on the far side of the football. The shotgun low snap to Gabe Tingle. He fires over the middle of the field, has a wide open and almost caught by number 5, Xander Straub, but off his fingertips. The safety, Trevor Myers, was there, almost made the interception. We almost went back the other way with it, but it fell to the turf here at Indian Valley.
It looked like, what it looked like there is it looked like just an overthrown pass, but it was more than that, Joe. Tingle wanted him to keep running down the middle of the seam. He was anticipating being 3 or 4 yards downfield. It wasn't necessarily an overthrow as much as the wide receiver there posted up in the bubble of the zone instead of kept running down the middle of the field and split the 2 safeties in cover 2.
So again, we have 3 wide receivers bunched to the far side, 2 here to the near side. The receivers looking at their armbands as Gabe Tingle calls for Millender to go to motion. He hands it off to Millender on the jet sweep, and he makes one guy miss, and then he gets stuck by number 24 for the Indian Valley Braves. That's Braden Parsons with a big hit on Millender.
There was almost a fumbled exchange between Tingle and Millender there on the jet sweep, and what it is a jet read. Tingle's holding it in there long enough, reading the defensive end, whether he gives it or keeps it.
The Generals stay in this shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers split here to the near side, 2 on the far side. Gabe Tingle in the shotgun, hollering out instructions to his wide receivers. Right about 1:10 here in the first quarter. The Generals lead 3-0. 3rd down and 7 from their own 30. Another low snap to Tingle. He looks, takes it, has some pressure now, and he takes off running up here to the 40, and he's finally knocked out of bounds inside the 40, very close to midfield. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down, and they're going to mark him down at about the 43-yard line, 44-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, when those low snaps, what it does is it throws off the timing and the rhythm of the play. Ridgewood's going to have to figure that out because what it's doing is throwing off everything they're doing, trying to do offensively. It's a rhythm game.
So the Ridgewood Generals are going to punt the football away to the Indian Valley Braves, and back deep to receive the punt for the Indian Valley Braves. You have Trevor Myers and Colton Thomas, Dalton Patterson, the punter for the Ridgewood Generals. A high end over and kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 30-yard line by Myers, and he is going to be hit almost immediately and slung down to the turf here at Indian Valley, just shy of the 40-yard line. About the 38-yard line, that's where Indian Valley will take over.
Indian Valley moved the ball well in that first series and unfortunately got tipped ball for the interception. They're going back out for their second possession. Let's see if they can run the football.
Travis, let's take a look at that Ridgewood starting defense real quick.
Okay, at the defensive end, number 50, the returning senior, Caden Bradford. At the other defensive end, number 80, Caleb Schock. And the 2 nose tackles tonight, number 56, Jonas Paul, and number 64, Cam Hirschberger are the men up front for the Ridgewood Generals. In the linebackers, number 24, Quincy Haynes, number 9, Colin Smith, number 7, Xavier Lamech, the free safety, 20, Josiah Cahill, the strong safety, 14, Dalton Patterson, number 3, Alex Strout, and number 4, Keegan Millender are your corners.
And Sam Carter takes a snap and hands off to Tyson Pryor off the left side. He gets out past the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Another nice pickup on the ground by the Indian Valley Braves. Was coming up on 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
I think Indian Valley got on the sled this week, the blocking sled, and I think they did some of the shoot work because they're really getting in position with their hat on the right side and really sealing off the Ridgewood General linebackers and D-line.
20 seconds to go here, first quarter. Ridgewood leads Indian Valley 3-0. Indian Valley has it 2nd and 5 at their own 42-yard line. They have the I formation, twins receivers here to the near side. As Sam Carter looks over to his coaching staff, and he may not have to run a play here. That might be it for the first quarter. That's going to be it for the first quarter. We are headed to the second quarter. The Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 3-0. Back with the second quarter. You're listening to High School Sports with Big Z Sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School. Start of the second quarter, Ridgewood leads 3-0 over the Indian Valley Braves. A real quick Romig Agency scoreboard. Dover leads Marietta 21-0. Garaway up on Tusky Valley 20-0. Sandy Valley leads Claymont 7-0. Salem up on Carrollton 7-0 as well. I formation, and it looks like the Ridgewood Generals are going to get called for a neutral zone infraction. It's going to be offsides on the Ridgewood Generals. Going to bring up second and very short now for the Indian Valley Braves.
You got to move when the ball moves or move when your man moves, and unfortunately when you use your ears as a defensive lineman, that's when you get in trouble, and that's what happened for the Braves there. A little encroachment, or for the Generals, a little encroachment, and they're going to move the football.
They are going to move the football. It is going to bring up a first down for the Indian Valley Braves, just enough to give them a first down. They come out now in an I formation, twins receivers to the far side of the field. Sam Carter takes a snap. He hands off to Gavin Henry, and there is a flag coming in from the back judge, probably going to be a hold. The referee or the back judge throws it, it's typically a hold.
Yeah, you're right, and that comes from the umpire there, but he's right in the linebacker mix, and when you see that, you know it's coming back for a hold or a face mask.
That's exactly what it was a hold. Let's head down to the sidelines now and talk with all night long Shannon Thomas. And this trip to the sidelines brought to you by Crockers in Dover. Shannon?
Yeah, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but Sam Zerker is over here on the sideline getting worked on, and that is a big loss right there. If he can't get back in this game, he's a force to be reckoned with on the defensive line and the offensive line.
Good eye, Shannon. Thanks so much. Again, Sam Zerker out of the game right now, being worked on. Shannon, I'm sure we'll check for an update for him in just a little bit. But we are 1st and 20 now for the Indian Valley Braves. They have one wide receiver split here to the near side I formation. The hand is a Tyson Pryor off the right side of that offensive line, and he is stuck by number 7, Xavier Lamanick. And that's going to be a short gain, but a bring up a second down.
You're second down, and because of the penalty, you're way behind the sticks. There's not a lot of plays you can call here. You got screen, you got draw, but what you're going to try to do is get half of that back, because that gives you a chance on third down, are the Braves.
Hey, don't forget, folks, you can check us out on our YouTube channel, Big Z Sports, on our social media pages, WTUZ, Big Z Sports on Facebook. If you want to watch our live stream of the game, thanks to Claxton Communication, Kent State Tuscarawas, and the Parkway Quick Lane. Big thanks to Casey Claxton, Emma Merriman, and Lydia Brady tonight as they are on the cameras and at the controls back behind us here at Indian Valley High School. Shotgun formation. Carter takes it, fakes it, gets tons of pressure, and he is going to be brought down in the back by number 64. That's going to be Cam Hirschberger, the 5'9", 225-pound junior.
The play blew up there. they got pressure on him, and Carter had nowhere to go. He tries the reverse field. Too much speed on the field there for the Generals, and Hirschberger comes up with a big sack. It's going to be third down, and as you like to say, an Uber ride.
Third down and an Uber ride for the Indian Valley Braves. 3rd and 29. That's a long way to go for the Indian Valley Braves to get a first down. They're on their own 28-yard line. They need to get out past the 45, almost to the 43-yard line into Ridgewood territory for the first down.
They got Thomas manned up on the outside.
And it's going to be a high throw to Trevor Myers, and he takes it, and he gets stuck.
Ooh.
And he gets stuck hard by the safety. That's going to be number 3.
Alex Straub.
That is Alex Straub
Coming
with
like a
big
missile.
hit, man.
Ooh.
He had number 7 was on his legs. That's Xavier Lamanick, and Straub just detonated Trevor Myers at about the 38-yard line. Going to be well short of the first down. 4th and 20 now for Indian Valley, as number 7, Colton Thomas, is back to punt the football away to their 2 returners, Keegan Millender and Xander Straub. It's going to be a high end over and kick, fielded. It's going to be bounced at about the 25, and Straub takes it, and he cuts field, and he's out here to the 30, makes another guy miss, spins out of a tackle.
Very dangerous there by Straub, picking that up late.
Very dangerous return as we see the Indian Valley Braves, and
a very late flag.
Very late flag as the 2 officials talk about it. Sorry for the interruption there, Travis, but the officials were talking about it, and we had a little scuffle down here about the 25-yard line between an Indian Valley player and a Ridgewood player. We'll see what the call is. It's going to go against, I believe it's going to go against Ridgewood, but we will see what the white hat says. We have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Ridgewood Generals. That's going to back them up 15 yards from where the play ended, so it's going to put them deep in their own territory. But an unsportsmanlike conduct, I didn't catch the number, but unsportsmanlike conduct, a dead ball on, looks like it was number 8, A.J. Incarnato for the Ridgewood Generals.
Looked like some physical blocking down here, and they both went to the ground. Then it turned into a high school wrestling match there, and the Generals end up with a big penalty, but that's huge because it backs them up way deep in the shadow of their own goal line.
They are 1st and 10 now at their own 21-yard line, leading 3-0, 9:23 to go here in the second quarter at Indian Valley High School. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas on the sidelines. Now we have 3 wide receivers as Millender goes in motion. The jet sweep is to Millender. He takes it off the right side, makes a guy miss. He's out here to the 30 and gets drugged down inside the 30 to about the 33-yard line on the far side of the field. That's going to be another Adams board first down.
They're going to move there. They're getting that jet, and they're getting the corner. What they're doing is they're getting their guard out in front, and he's hooking the wide receiver's base blocking on there and creating Millender a lane and get ready to run there up front.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now at their own 36-yard line. Coming up on 9 minutes to go here in the first half. The Generals lead 3-0. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Xavier Lamanick in the backfield as Gabe Tingle's in the pistol formation. We have 1 receiver split to the far side. Now Lamanick moves up to the left of the quarterback, Gabe Tingle. Tingle takes a snap. He gives off to Lamanick into the heart of that defense, and he picks up a couple if he's lucky. Maybe 1 yard gain for Xavier Lamanick. Going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd down there, not much going, but number 60 for the Indian Valley Braves, Sam Zerker, back in the game, made that tackle. Like Shannon alluded to, a big defensive lineman there for the Indian Valley Braves.
Nice to see Zerker back in the game here for the Indian Valley Braves. They definitely need him on defense and on offense, as he is one of the stalwarts on that offensive line. 8:17 to go here in the first half, 3-0. Ridgewood leaves Indian Valley. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. We have a shotgun formation with Lamanick beside Tingle. Tingle rolls out, avoids pressure. He almost brought down in the backfield, looking as Tingle looks, fires down the far sideline, and almost intercepted. It looks like number 7, Colton Thomas, was almost picked that football off, but there is a flag back near the line of scrimmage and thrown by the referee. Let's see what the call here is on the field, Travis.
Joe, before we get the flag there, that was the fastball there from Tingle there. He had some RPMs on that one.
It's going to be a personal foul on the Ridgewood Generals. I didn't see what the call was. I couldn't tell. Personal foul. Let's head down to Shannon Thomas. Shannon, you're down there. What was the call there on the field?
Blindside block by the Generals.
Blindside block. That's going to be a personal foul every time, so that's going to back the Generals up. That's what happens when your quarterback gets out of the pocket, runs around. You know, the lineman can't see him. Here, just trying to hit anybody to keep him away from your quarterback.
That used to be a dream shot back in the 90s and early 2000s.
When we played, when we played, it wasn't a penalty.
No, it was a highlight reel.
Yes, it was. Decleater, as they called it. 7:54 here in the second quarter. 2nd and 21 deep in their own territory of the Ridgewood Generals as Gabe Tinkle takes off, and he's out here to the 25, makes a guy miss, gets out of another tackle inside the 30-yard line to the 33-yard line, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Nice gain by number 2, Gabe Tinkle.
That was not a design draw. That was Gabe Tinkle doing it on his own. He hit his back foot, saw the opening there, and took the opening because the middle backer was out of the middle. He saw open field there, but the umpire almost caught it there, but about 10 yards downfield. Gabe cut off him. He almost bought the farm. You don't want to get hit by Gabe going full go.
3rd down and 9 now from the Ridgewood 32-yard line for the Generals, who lead this football game 3-0, 7:14 to go here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Tingle takes a snap, pump fakes, looking, gets out of the way, gets out of the pressure, looking. Now he fires over here to the near sideline. He has number 4, Keegan Millender, and he catches it at about the 25-yard line, deep inside Indian Valley territory. Nice way to make something happen between your quarterback and wide receiver. Great job, great connection from 2 to 4.
That went about 55 in the air there, Joe. He saw Millender deep, and he just threw it with all he had. Millender runs underneath it, catch a huge play there for the Generals. The Braves let the quarterback out of the pen there, and it hurt him.
And you talked about it in the pregame. You got to keep Gabe Tingle confined in
keep him in the pocket.
In the pocket. 6:45 to go here in the second quarter. 3-0 Ridgewood leads Indian Valley. They are 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the far side. The hand is to Lamnick into the interior of that offensive line, and he gets out to close to the 20-yard line. That's exactly where they will mark him down, at the 20-yard line inside the Little Caesars red zone.
Lamnick there ran hard there, but number 18, Cole Lancaster, he didn't make the tackle, but he made the play there by getting up there and taking on the blocker and making him cut off him. Nice play there from the defensive lineman.
6:07 to go here in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers split to the far side, 1 here to the near side. Tingle in the shotgun. Again, the hand is to Lamnick, right into the heart of that defense again. And another short pickup, going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 now for the Generals.
It's going to be 3rd and 2, and both teams are making wholesale changes here in personnel. 3rd down and 1 here. You probably you're going to see. I would probably keep it with number 2 here. So if I'm in Indian Valley, I'm trying to spy him with the middle backer.
3rd down and 2 at the Indian Valley 17-yard line for the Generals. They have a bunch formation. You have almost like a wing T formation. Probably going to be Colin Smith. It's going to be a handoff to Xavier Lamanick off the right side of that offensive line, and he's going to be close to another Adams board first down, and that's exactly what it is, a first down for the Ridgewood Generals. They will have it 1st and 10 at about the 15-yard line. And they're knocking on the door with 5:15 to go here in the half.
Far be it to me to chastise anybody, but I don't like the jet there when you got Smith in the backfield and you only need a yard because you're going east and west. I like to pound it up in there, but nevertheless, they got the first down, so that shows you what I know.
Well, the wingback has a little bit of momentum, though. You think
he does on the jet, but it's
already
going horizontal, but he got his legs in there and drove in for the first down. Initial contact, he didn't have it.
3 wide receivers split here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun is going to be a timeout on the field, and we will take it with them. Timeout by the Ridgewood Generals. We'll be back to Indian Valley High School. The Generals lead 3-0 back after this on Z Country 99.9.
Every sports fan enjoys seeing that big collision on the football field. But what's not so enjoyable is when your vehicle is involved in a collision or an automobile accident. That's where Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia can help. Gillen Body Shop offers an experienced staff that does the job right the first time and backs all their work with a 100% guarantee on all completed repairs. When unpredictable repairs from an auto accident are needed, make the right choice and contact Gillen Body Shop. Gillen Body Shop. Find them on Facebook or stop by Cary Avenue in New Philly.
Travis McClellan,
Back out here at Indian Valley High School, Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas on the sidelines. And Shannon, this is kind of a crazy drive for the Ridgewood Generals as they come out and they try to get into the end zone. They're backed up way in their own set of the field. We'll come down to you here in just a minute, Shannon, as the Generals break the huddle quickly. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side, shotgun formation, actually a pistol. The give is to Lamnick up the middle. He's up to the 5, and he is brought down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line is Xavier Lamnick. That's going to be another Adams board first down inside the Little Caesars red zone. Let's head down to Shannon Thomas on the sidelines. And Shannon, the Ridgewood Generals, just kind of a methodical drive here. They were deep in their own territory at one point, but number 2 made something happen with a big play to Keegan Millender.
Yeah, actually, Gabe made 2 big plays there. He scrambled, got him half the distance back, and then he scrambled, and he got Tanya McComb to come off his receiver for about 2 steps, and then he just threw it over his head, and Tanya can never recover.
So the Generals break formation and break huddle as they're going to Tingle's going to fake it to number 4, Xavier Lamnick, and Gabe Tingle keeps it off the right side and takes a shot from an Indian Valley defender and knocked out of bounds inside the 5, close to the 3-yard line. But a big hit there on number 2.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Slusser before the game, and he said he didn't know if number 2 could take a big shot with the coming back off injury. I think we saw right there he took it just fine and got bounced right back up.
4:10 to go here in the first half. Ridgewood 3, the Indian Valley Braves nothing. They come out in the wing T formation. You're going to have 1 wide receiver split here to the near side. Tingle under center. Lamnick goes in motion. The hand to the big guy, Colin Smith, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Colin Smith for the Ridgewood Generals from the 3-yard line. A 3-yard touchdown run. The Generals expand their lead to 9-0 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, huge drive there for the Generals. The Braves had them backed up, and like we talked in the pregame, Joe, number 2 just makes plays, and you don't know how he does it. He just does. He made 2 big plays like Shannon alluded to on that drive, got them out of the shadow of their own end zone, and then hit the big one there to Millender down the sideline.
Andy Troyer on for the extra point, the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good as the Ridgewood Generals expand the lead now to 10-0 with 4:06 to go here in the first half. Going to take a quick timeout, come back to Indian Valley High School where the Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 10-0. You're listening to Big Z Sports on Z Country 99.9.
Separate yourself from the crowd and be a rock star at Solid Rock Photos. Hi, I'm Denny Trimmer, inviting you to our new studio home at 128 North Broadway in the heart of downtown New Philadelphia for an unforgettable rock star photo experience. You can learn more online at solidrockphotos.com and all of our social media platforms, or give us a call, 330-795-0334.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School, let's take a look at the Romig Agency scoreboard real quick. The Dover Tornadoes all over Marietta, 35-0 in the second quarter. Garraway up on Tusky Valley, 27-0. No score, New Philadelphia, Marlington. Sandy Valley leads Claymont 13-0 in the first half, or in the first quarter. Salem up on Carrollton in the second quarter, 7-0, and Sandy Valley just scored again. They are now up 20-0 on Claymont. That's a look at your Romig Agency scoreboard. Our score here at Indian Valley High School, the Ridgewood Generals 10, the Indian Valley Braves 0, with 4:06 to go here in the first half as Andy Troyer gets his foot into it, and it is fielded by an up man at about the 25-yard line, and he's all the way out here to the 45 where he is brought down. That's going to be number 32.
Remington Myers, the linebacker.
The linebacker, Remington Myers, on the return. He was an up man, of course, in there to block, but he fielded the kick. Up man's dream to
That's
field
what you
the kick.
do. When you get the chance, you take advantage of it. He caught the short pooch kick and made the best of it. They're going to start with the ball clear up close to the 45-yard line.
They're going to mark it the nose of the football on the 45-yard line, their own 45, as the Indian Valley Braves come out with just under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. They trail Ridgewood 10-0. They have an I formation, 1 wide receiver split here to the near side, and that is Trevor Myers. Sam Carter under center. He takes the snap, gives to Tyson Pryor off the right side. He has a big hole, and he is brought down with 1 man to beat, and that was Dalton Patterson that tripped him up at about the Ridgewood 44-yard line, or that would have been 6.
This is hard to see, but the split end was up on the line of scrimmage here. The tight end was also on the end of the line. He was covered up, so you know the tight end is ineligible, can't go down for a pass, so you're looking at run. If you're the Ridgewood Generals, I'm sure the coaches saw it, but it's hard to relate to 16, 17, 18-year-old kids in time.
3:40 to go here in the second quarter. Ridgewood 10, Indian Valley nothing. Indian Valley has it 1st and 10 at the Ridgewood 44-yard line. Shotgun formation. Pryor and Colton Thomas goes in motion. They fake it to him. Sam Carter keeps it. He makes a huge gain off the left side of that offensive line, all the way out past the 40 to about the 30. Looks like about the 38-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down. The Braves need a big score here headed into half. They do get the football to start the second half to the Indian Valley Braves.
They do. The free safety, number 20, Josiah Cahill, on the tackle, the 170-pound junior, comes up and gets Carter, because if not, it was off to the races.
Under 3 minutes to go now here in the first half. Indian Valley trails Ridgewood 10-0. 2nd and 5 at the Ridgewood 39-yard line for the Indian Valley Braves. The hand is to Gavin Henry off the left side, and he is tripped up by number 7, Xavier Lamnick, as his helmet flies off, and he is going to be close to a first down, but I think he's going to be about a yard short. They're going to call it 3rd down and 1. We're going to head down to Shannon Thomas here in just a minute. We'll head down to Shannon right now. Shannon, it looks like the Indian Valley Braves are able to get some holes opened up on that offensive line. They're doing a nice job for the running game tonight.
Yeah, they're doing a lot better this week running the ball, but they got to keep from making mistakes because they're in territory again. They don't want to blow it.
I formation real quick here for the Indian Valley Braves as they do a hard count, and then the quarterback, Sam Carter, looks over to the sidelines. And it's going to be a handoff to Tyson Pryor off the right side. He breaks out of a tackle. And he at the 20, at the 10. Actually, that is going to be knocked out of bounds. And that is actually going to be is that number 6? That is Tyson Pryor. Looked like number 8, but that was Tyson Pryor with a nice run all the way down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to bring up 1st down and goal. They're actually calling him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The Indian Valley fans wanted a late hit out of bounds, and you couldn't really tell from our vantage point if that was a late hit or if he was still kind of inbounds trying to drag for more yardage. But Alex Straub with the tackle for the Ridgewood Generals, a touchdown-saving tackle. It's going to be a handoff to Pryor again. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage by a couple of defenders for the Ridgewood Generals. Going to bring up 2nd and goal now from about, looks like about the 7, maybe the 6-yard line for the Indian Valley Braves.
That tackle in there was number 77, Colby Miloski there. He comes over and makes the tackle, but if the Braves can score here, Joe, you mentioned they get the ball coming out. It's a brand-new ball game.
It is a brand-new football game if the Braves can get some kind of points here on the board before halftime. 1:39 to go until that halftime break. Generals lead 10-0 I formation as Myers goes in motion across to the far side of the field. The hand, it's going to be a play-action pass. The Generals are in the backfield. Sam Carter running for his life. It is going to be picked off by number 7, Xavier Lamnick. That's intercepted as Sam Carter took a vicious hit from a couple of Ridgewood defenders, and they have the trainers and the team running over to him as he is down at about the 13-yard line, but the Ridgewood Generals pick the football off from Xavier Lamnick. But a scary scene here on the field as Sam Carter is on the field at about the 13-yard line. And we'll see the medical team goes over to attend to him. Let's head down to the sidelines. This trip to the sidelines brought to you by Crockers in Dover. Shannon, you were right there and saw that vicious hit that Sam Carter took. How many guys did he get hit by?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The refs got in the way there. It looked like he got his arm hit as he went to throw the ball, and that's what caused it to come out. And then I don't know if he just hit the turf awkward or what, but, his teammates were pretty concerned by him, but we'll have to wait and see what the update is.
They got the staff down there looking at him, and we'll stay with Shannon on the sidelines. And Shannon, of course, a huge turnover there for the Indian Valley Braves. They were driving, getting ready to punch the ball into the end zone, and they throw the costly interception right here before the half. That's got to be a backbreaker for the Braves.
Yeah, they needed to get those points on the board, and that might have been just a little bit of the inexperience in Sam, but he was trying to make something happen, and like I said, his arm got hit as he went to release the ball. He might have been just trying to throw it away, but when you get your arm hit as you got forward motion going, but I see they're helping Sam up off the turf here, so we'll see how he does headed back to the sideline.
That trip to the sidelines brought to you again by Crockers in Dover. Sam Carter walking off under his own power, which is great to see here at Indian Valley High School. But Travis, they were moving the football. They were doing some great things offensively. Shannon mentioned the offensive line opening big holes, and man, just a costly turnover.
Yeah, it was, and that's a huge turnover because you do get the ball coming out. So that's a possible 14-point swing. But what happened? That's a big ask of a quarterback rolling left. We've got a single man route out there to square his shoulders and throw on the run. When you got those guys bearing down on him, that's a difficult play there for Sam Carter.
We'll do a quick roaming agency scoreboard. Of course, Dover, they lead Marietta 42-0. Garaway up on Tusky Valley 27-0. New Philadelphia leads Marlington 10-3. Thanks to Zeb Troyer for the score on that game. Sandy Valley up on Claymont 20-0. West Holmes all over Shelby 21-7. Salem leads Carrollton 7-0 as the Ridgewood Generals take over as a shotgun formation, and Tingle throws it out of his own end zone, just out of reach of his intended receiver. That was number 3, Alex Stroud.
Surprising call there out of the Generals. I thought they'd try to run it out of there and really get out of the half there. But when you got number 2, I guess you were trying to make a play. And
looks like there is a penalty on the play down by the line of scrimmage.
They're going to call hold. If that was in the end zone, that's 2.
Does the hold have to happen in the end zone?
Yes,
I don't think it was. They're marking it at about the 2-yard line.
So that's going to be a half the distance.
That's going to be a half the distance. Going to bring up that's going to bring up another first down, though. They're going to back him up a little bit.
Lancaster's not happy. He's all over the side judge here, and he's down there and getting him. He wants an explanation from the white hat.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens here as they're calling it now 2nd and 11 from the 4-yard line. 1:18 to go here.
They picked up the ball, and they're moving it.
Guys, it was an ineligible receiver downfield, and Lancaster declined the penalty.
So Lank declined the penalty, so it's going to bring up 2nd down. Thanks for that clarification, Shannon. I appreciate that. And, we see some things up here and we miss some things up here, but that's why we have our eyes down on the field and Shannon Thomas. Shotgun formation, the hand to Lamnick. He's up the middle of that defense out here to the 15-yard line where he is going to be drugged down very close to another Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals.
Very risky snap there for Tingle. He handled it well, but that could have been trouble for the Generals. Lamnick hits that seam in a hurry and gets the first down, stops the clock.
That is an Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals, stops the clock. We are at 1 minute here in the first half.
The clock's running for some reason.
We'll see if Shannon Thomas can catch up with head football coach John Slusser here at the half as we are under a minute. 10-0 Generals lead. Tingle takes a snap, fires over to the far side out here to his receiver, and he is going to be brought down at about the 25-yard line. That was number 6. Braden Molesky for the Ridgewood Generals. They coming up on 40 seconds. The Generals kind of going in a hurry here as they are not lining up, calling the play, and Tingle now shows some sense of urgency, waving his receivers out as we have 3 wide receivers here to the near side and 1 to the far side. Tingle takes a snap, looking, fires over to the far side, has his receiver. That's going to be number 11, Chase Booth. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, close to another first down for the Ridgewood Generals. 21 seconds to go here. They are trying to get down the field far enough for their kicker, Andy Troyer, to try a field goal. Let's see what happens in the next 21 seconds.
The Braves are happy to give them that short 6-yard out there because they're clear back in their territory. They just can't have anything over their head here.
3 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tingle in a shotgun with Lamnick next to him to his right. Another bad snap. The fire over to number 6, Braden Molesky. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That's going to be another Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals.
A couple more of those, and you're going to get in the heaving area there for Tingle. We saw him launch 155 earlier, that soft zone, the prevent defense, if you will, from the Braves.
Ran about 5 seconds. Oh, nope. They ran about 5 seconds off, and now they added about a second to the clock. At 17 seconds now for the Ridgewood Generals as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 17 seconds to go here in the first half. The Generals come out and 2 wide receivers here to the near side, make it 3 now as Xander Straub checks in and splits out here to the wide side of the field. Straub goes in motion, It's going to be a fake jet sweep. Tingle takes it, looking, gets pressure, looking, fires over to the far sideline, has his receiver, and he's out of bounds. That's going to be number 4, Keegan Millender, inside Indian Valley territory to their 45-yard line. Another first down, just under 11 seconds to go here in the first half. The Generals are driving.
They also have 2 timeouts in 10.9 seconds. That's a long time. You got at least 2, probably 3 plays here. Watch the hitch and pitch.
The 10.9 seconds to go here. 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 on the far side. Gabe Tingle, of course, in the shotgun formation. I will say that a lot tonight, folks. That's a traditional formation for the Ridgewood Generals. 5 wides with Tingle in the shotgun with his feet planted at midfield. Takes a snap, looking, makes the guy miss. Now fires over to the far sideline, has his receiver, but he overshoots him, and that's number 6, Braden Molesky, the intended receiver, just out of bounds. Going to be 4 seconds to go.
This is going to be it. There's going to be one shove. They're probably going to try to get it the end zone. If you're not going to try to throw the Hail Mary, the other thing you can do is write deep crosses and try to get somebody open on a little rub.
So we are 2nd and 10 at the Indian Valley 45-yard line.
Zerker limping off there for the Braves.
Yeah, Zerker coming off the field here as they bring in their more defensive back package. They're back deep. They're playing prevent almost as a 3 wide receiver shotgun formation. Tingle takes a snap, looking, steps up and fires it deep over the middle field. Has the receiver. Millender has it. Does he make the catch?
No,
he does not. Comes out. Keegan Millender almost makes a heroic catch in the end zone, but time expires and we are at the half as the Ridgewood Generals lead 10-0 here at Indian Valley. Let's head down to Shannon Thomas as he is with Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser. Shannon?
Coach, your defense come up with 2 big interceptions there to keep Indian Valley out of the end zone. Your defense kind of bent a little bit, but they didn't break. Your offense is getting going. What changes do you got to make here in the second half to get your game plan going?
Well, we got to get our defense not to break, and we got to get our offense to start scoring more, right?
That's what they say, Coach.
Listen, we weren't very good defensively. You watched the game. We gave up too many yards rushing. They were dominating the line of scrimmage. We got number 2 and those receivers, so we got a chance to score. We've been lucky. They've thrown 2 picks. We've capitalized. We've got close. We have a lot of penalties, and just hasn't been great, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Shannon. That's Shannon Thomas on the sidelines with head football coach for the Ridgewood Generals, John Slusser. Not happy with his defense. Going to make some adjustments here at the half. Let's see what adjustments Indian Valley makes as they come out. They will have the football to start the second half. They trail Ridgewood 10-0.
Yeah, Joe, the funny thing is I've been doing this a long time. I've coached, I've played. You've been around a long time. You got to give credit to the other team.
Sure,
and we saw Indian Valley last week. They come out and really dominated the line of scrimmage up front. So as unhappy he is with his defense, the guys in blue have a little something to do with that, and that's just how football works, right?
Absolutely. So we are at halftime. The Ridgewood Generals lead Indian Valley 10-0. We're going to head back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studio for the First National Bank of Denison halftime report with Chris Kale and Adam Soweski. After this, you're listening to high school football with Big Z Sports right here on C Country 99.9.
Looking for a new place to grab a meal and relax? Crocker's Bar and Grill is the place to be for great food and fun. Crocker's is more than just ordinary bar food. Open 7 days a week, featuring great lunches starting at only $6 and a great dinner menu for dine-in or carry-out. Be sure to like Crocker's on Facebook for weekly specials, plus catch all the big college and pro games on the flat screens, and weekend deals on pizza and wings. Wear your orange and brown on Sundays for Browns pregame, including food and drink specials. Football season is the best time to stop into Crocker's Bar and Grill in Dover.
The Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties is an agency established for the purpose of planning, funding, monitoring, and evaluating contracted mental health, alcohol, and drug treatment services. Services across 4 local agencies are available for county residents regardless of ability to pay. Mental health and physical health are connected, and taking care of both is a requirement for your well-being. Go to adamhtc.org for more information. Adams Board, supporting your journey to wellness.
Halftime, brought to you by the First National Bank of Denison, a proud supporter of their communities for over 87 years, with offices located in Denison, Dover, Janadenhutton, South Broadway, and Schönbrunn in New Philadelphia. They have roots where others have their branches.
Welcome into the First National Bank of Denison halftime show. Chris Kale, Adam Sawecki here with you in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studio. Let's get to a scoreboard update. Adam Sawecki, a ton of scoring going on.
Absolutely. Your roaming agency scoreboard. The game you're listening to right now, the Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 10-0 at the half. In the second quarter, the Dover Tornadoes 49, Marietta 0. Garaway 33, Tusky Valley 0. And Sandy Valley currently leads Claymont 27-0. West Holmes 21, Shelby 7. Carrollton 14, Salem 10. Conotton Valley 46, Bellsville nothing.
Let's just say Mitchell Martin for Dover
and Maddox Walters. Yeah, they're having a head-to-head battle right now.
Yes, they are.
I'll go back. Mitchell Martin 3 touchdowns, 59, 51, and 2-yard touchdown runs. Maddox Walters says, "Okay, I got 4 TDs, 174 yards rushing. Both guys in the first half."
Are you kidding me?
Wow, that's pretty crazy. And the game outside of Z Country, Manchester leads undefeated Fairless 20-13. The game we're going to take a look at now, the New Philadelphia Quakers lead the Marlington Dukes 10-3, and we have Ryan McClellan on the phone with us right now.
Let's head to the field for a Lehigh Ensley Insurance Live Look-In.
Ryan McClellan up in Marlington, and man, what is going on with the New Philadelphia Quakers and Marlington Dukes?
Well, it's a tied ball game. It's 10-10. Marlington just had a little bit of a drive there and scored here with 2 minutes and 30 to go in the first half. But, you ever been on a roller coaster before and you get up and you're super excited for the game to start? As soon as you hit that first drop, your stomach gets a little wheezy, and then everything just drops. That's kind of how the first quarter started here. The Quakers got off a little slow. They got some success though on the ground with Meekin, and then the defense. They picked right up where they left off. I think last week in the second quarter here got a big strip for a touchdown, got an interception here, and a couple sacks. And that's been really what's been successful for the Quakers right now.
Yeah, Ryan, that's actually was going to be my question to you, was if the defense, I know they forced a couple turnovers, but the fact that they've given 10 points up to Marlington after holding Chardon last week to only scoring 21, I'm a little surprised by that. Other than, great job on the turnovers for them, but all in all, how's the defense playing?
Well, they had Marlington had one big play there at the end of the first quarter to get their 3 points. And it was on I think it was a personal foul or unnecessary roughness, whatever they call it, for targeting. And so that kind of gave them a great field position. And then just right here at the end of the second quarter, they just had a big play. Just big plays is really what it was. And but other than that, the Philly defense has been doing great. And then actually, Elliott had a chance to put 2 more field goals on the board, but he just missed just right from 45 and then just short on a 53-yarder.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's been exciting for the Quakers on defense. Let's hope that they can get another score in before half.
Sounds like you're in for a very good second half. I mean, these two teams, Marlington and New Philadelphia, long histories. They've played plenty of times before. And sounds like you're going to be in store for a good second half up there, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm excited. The Quakers are starting to move the ball here with 1:40 to go, but you got to pick up the tempo. They've been pretty slow tonight. They've been not rushing the ball, but I think they got to kick it in right now.
I mean, be glad we didn't send you over to Dover. They're only up 49-0 on Marietta, and it's not even halftime yet. So
only 49.
Only. Or we could have sent you to Conotton Valley. They're only up 46-0.
Hey, I'll go wherever you guys send me.
I like that. Ryan, thank you for checking in with us. We'll talk to you again in the second half after our game's wrapped up, okay?
All right, sounds good, guys.
All right, that is Ryan McClellan checking in New Philadelphia, and Marlington kind of stuck in a tight one there.
Yeah, I would say that would qualify as saying closer than the experts may have thought.
Yes, and when you look at some of this, of course, our game that you're listening to, the Ridgewood Generals up 10-0 on Indian Valley. Andy Troyer, a 22-yard field goal. Alex Straub with an interception. Xavier Lamanick with an interception. Both of those in the red zone as Indian Valley was driving. And then Colin Smith with a 3-yard TD run.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where, it's turned into that defensive battle that I thought it might. With what Indian Valley did last week on the defensive side of the ball, and then obviously we know what Ridgewood's been doing all season long on the defensive side of the ball, this game's kind of playing out the way I thought it would.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and do another Inslee Insurance Live look-in. We'll talk to Jay Caldwell, who is out at Conotton Valley. Jay, it's the Maddox Walters Marathon.
Yes, it is. He scored 4, and I don't think he's going to see the field anymore today.
and rightfully so. I think after 4 touchdowns and 100 and almost 200 yards in the first half, he can take a rest, a well-needed, well-deserved rest.
Agreed.
Talk to me about the Conotton Valley defense pitching the shutout right now. What's going right on the defensive side of the football?
We're just way more aggressive than them. We forced 4 fumbles, and we have an interception. Conotton Valley don't get to say this very often, but we outmatch them in every position.
Wow. Well, that is great for Conotton Valley right now. Adam Maddox Walters, crazy. What do you got for Jay?
Yeah, that's I guess all I was going to say is Coach Hertler probably doesn't have a whole lot to be screaming about in the locker room the way this game's gone.
No, I think it'll be pretty laid back in the locker room at halftime here. We've still got 2:24 left in the second, and we just scored again, so it's now 54-0. Gage Gallagher just went in for a 4-yard rushing score. So.
Wow, his second of the game as well, right?
Wow.
Correct, yep.
Still got the freshman at quarterback, Evan Rice, still out?
Evan Rice is back. We do have the freshman as a quarterback, though, Zach Putnam. Evan Rice is back. They're using him as a running back, kind of a hybrid back kind of thing right now. He's seeing a little bit of time on defense, but his time's limited to no sense in potentially getting him hurt or nicked up in a game like this.
I couldn't agree with you more. That's why I was going to ask. I'm surprised that they didn't just say, hey, man, go ahead and suit up on the put the sweatsuit on and take a chill, and you and Maddox Walters go over there and play video games or something.
Well, he's a competitive kid, so he wants to get in. So he's been out the last couple of weeks, and he wants some time. So
absolutely,
they're giving him a little bit.
Well, Jay, thank you very much for your coverage out there, man. We'll look forward to. We probably won't talk to you in the second half because this thing will probably be a running clock, and you'll be home and probably showered and in bed before our game gets finished up.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jay. That is Jay Caldwell giving us the update. Conotton Valley rolling.
They are definitely rolling. That's one of a few games. I'll go ahead and hit a Kime scoreboard here as we got a few more scores to update. The game you're listening to, obviously, right here, Ridgewood leads Indian Valley 10-0. Dover all over Marietta 49-0. Garaway leads Tusky Valley 33-0. As we just heard up at Marlington, New Philadelphia and Marlington are tied 10-10. Sandy Valley leads Claymont 27-0. West Holme leads Shelby 21-7. Carrollton 14, Salem 10. Conotton Valley 54, Bellsville 0. And a few more games to take a look at here. East Canton leads TCC 14-6. Malvern leads New Cumberstown 31-0. Barberton, a couple games outside of Z Country. Barberton leads Aurora 7-0. St. Clairsville leads Union Local 21-0. Amanda Clear say that twice.
Right.
Amanda Clear Creek 14, Tays Valley 7. Lindsley 20, Canton Central Catholic 0, and Manchester leads Fairless 20-13.
Okay, so we know Maddox Walters' stats. Do you want Mitchell Martin's?
Sure.
7 carries, 142 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'd take either one of them tonight. Wow. Those are both.
Those are fantasy stat stuffers. We'll put it that way. Are. All right, we're going to talk to Daniel Adams when we come back, but we got to take a timeout. You're listening to the First National Bank of Denison halftime report on 99.9 WTUZ.
The First National Bank of Denison.
We are Tyson family, and we would like to invite you to come visit your Little Caesars Pizza on West High Avenue in New Philadelphia.
Looking for a quick and affordable lunch that's ready when you are? Try the lunch combo at Little Caesars Pizza. For just $5, you'll get half of a deep dish pepperoni and cheese pizza, plus a 20-ounce Pepsi product. This tasty $5 combo is available daily 11 until 2. And if you miss lunch, you can still take home a deep dish Little Caesars Pizza all day, every day for only $8. Big taste, small price.
Come visit us at Little Caesars Pizza on West High Avenue, New Philadelphia.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on the menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
WTUZ.
Back on the First National Bank of Denison halftime report. Chris Kale, Adam Saweski here with you in the Hartzer's Quality Housing Studio. It is now time to do this.
Let's head to the field for a Lehigh Ensley Insurance Live Look-In.
Daniel Adams is up in Sandy Valley. Is Sandy Valley leading Claymont 27-0. That game is at the half, right, Daniel?
The game is at the half and the score is 30-0. They're able to get a field goal in with about 20 seconds left in the game.
Got you. So talk to me about Sandy Valley. Mason Tucci was banged up last week, didn't play. He's got a touchdown here tonight. Talk about how Sandy Valley is looking offensively.
Sandy Valley has been doing a great job. I mean, just right when they return the kicks, they're taking it into Claymont territory, and that's where they're starting. So, they don't got a long way to go. And then Ben Petra is just taking control of this game through the run game. And his brother Nicky has been being able to do good off the pass, too. He has 2 passing touchdowns.
Daniel, my question for you is actually, I'm very, very impressed. You're coming through crystal clear. Now, did you pregame with Shannon Thomas a little bit to find out, the perfect places to stand so we could hear you?
He just told me to stand still. I was able to find somewhere where, my phone was working all right, and with the post on Facebook, and then I'm like, hopefully it works for the call too. So
you are, you are crystal clear. I'm very impressed. You might have to, just in case somebody else may have to go up there, you may have to share your secrets with them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, Daniel, thank you. We probably won't be able to talk to you again because our game probably going to go a little bit longer than yours. But nonetheless, great job up there. Thank you for all you're doing.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, that is Daniel Adams up at Sandy Valley. And Adam Sweski, scoreboard time for Keim Lumber Scoreboard.
Sounds good. The game you're listening to right here, the Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 10-0. Most of these games at the half, Dover leads Marietta 49-0. Garraway leads Tusky Valley 33-0. New Philadelphia and Marlington are tied at 10. Sandy Valley leads Claymont 30-0. West Holmes leads Shelby 24-7. At the half, Carrollton leads Salem 14-10. Conotton Valley 54, Bellsville 0. East Canton 14, TCC 6. Malvern 31, New Cumberstown 0. And just a couple games outside of Z Country, Manchester leads Fairless 20-13. Lindsley leads Canton Central Catholic 20-0. Amanda Clear Creek 14, Tays Valley 7. St. Clairsville 21, Union Local 0. And Barberton leads Aurora 7-0.
All right. Thank you, Adam Sweski, for that Keim scoreboard update. And we are going to go back to Indian Valley High School, where the Braves trail Ridgewood 10-0 at halftime. Right after we come back, we'll head back out to Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, and Shannon Thomas as the second half gets underway. Here, all brought to you by Kent State Tuscarawas and Parkway Quick Lane, right here on Z Country 99.9.
Hey, if you're looking for a great pie, then call up mi amigos at the Pizza Parlor in Sugar Creek. They start with the homemade crust, topped with their own pizza sauce, and then some generous portions of fresh toppings. Try the Pizza Parlor Deluxe or the ATM with all of the meats, or make up your own pizza. They also have subs, fish, chicken, and more. The Pizza Parlor, Dover Road, Route 39 in Sugar Creek. Give them a ring at 330-852-4888. That's 852-4888.
When heading to any event this fall and you're in the McCully Drive, Uhrichsville area, the place to stop is 922 Drive-Thru for all of your on-the-go needs. They carry drinks, snacks, and all the necessities. With convenient hours of 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, 922 Drive-Thru is there for you. Also serving your needs at the Shortstop location in Uhrichsville and CJ's Drive-Thru in Denison.
Every sports fan enjoys seeing that big collision on the football field. But what's not so enjoyable is when your vehicle is involved in a collision or an automobile accident. That's where Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philadelphia can help. Gillen Body Shop offers an experienced staff that does the job right the first time and backs all their work with a 100% guarantee on all completed repairs. When unpredictable repairs from an auto accident are needed, make the right choice and contact Gillen Body Shop. Gillen Body Shop. Find them on Facebook or stop by Cary Avenue in New Philly.
If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 5 years, I have been recognized as one of the top 5 producers in the state of Ohio, according to the Ohio Association of Realtors. I am honored to receive such recognition, and I owe it all to the members of this community who have trusted me for over 30 years with the purchase and sale of their homes. When you're ready to make your move, make the call to McInturf Realty at 330-364-SOLD or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
We are at halftime here at Indian Valley High School. The Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 10-0 on a touchdown run by Colin Smith and a field goal by Andy Troyer. That's the scoring in the first half for the Ridgewood Generals. And Travis, it was a back and forth first half, very physical first half. We saw a kind of a scary injury. We'll see if Sam Carter is back on the field here in the second half. I don't see him out there. He may be in the huddle. I just don't see him. But took a shot over on the far sidelines. Hopefully he's able to get back into the football game.
Yeah, it's been very physical. It's one of those games. It's what it built up to be. We talked about in the pregame. You got two sledgehammers going out. That's what we saw in the first half. Execution's been the difference in this game. Indian Valley, 2 turnovers in their own end with scoring opportunities, and that's why they have 0 on the board. But they did move the football almost at will on the ground in the first half.
Yeah, big thanks again to Claxton Communications tonight. Of course, Kent State Tuscarawas, the Parkway Quick Lane, and Casey Claxton, Emma Merriman, and Lydia Brady. We appreciate everybody's hard work behind the scenes. As you can check out our live stream on our YouTube channel, WTUZ Big Z Sports on YouTube, on Facebook, again, WTUZ Big Z Sports. Check us out on Twitter at Big_Z Sports, and of course, Instagram as well. Our stringers are out and about tonight doing some hard work, and we had a lot of viewership in the first half of our football game. I think Casey said upwards of 400 people watching our broadcast in the first half. We appreciate it, man. Tune back in. We're going to have an exciting second half. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to head down to the sidelines real quick and check in with Shannon Thomas. Shannon, I just caught a glimpse of number 2, Sam Carter. Looks like Sam's still in shoulder pads. He put on his helmet. Looks like he's ready to go out there.
Yeah, I just talked to Sam. He told me he's good to go, and he's going to go. Said he took a shot in the ribs, and he's a gamer. He's going to go for it.
That trip to the sidelines brought to you by Crocker's Bar and Grill in Dover. The Ridgewood Generals going to kick the ball off to the Indian Valley Braves, and we will see this second half start up here in just a couple of minutes. But a very, very physical first half. The Ridgewood Generals and Indian Valley Braves, we expect nothing less here in the second half. Again, the start of the second half, the Ridgewood Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 10-0. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas on the sidelines. Again, Casey Claxton, Emma Merriman, and Lydia Brady doing our streaming coverage. Brought to you by Parkway Quick Lane and Kent State Tuscarawas. You can check that out on our social media platforms, YouTube and Facebook. And Troyer has his right foot into it. It's a high end over and kick, fielded at about the 15-yard line. It's going to be dropped to the turf by Trevor Myers, and he almost breaks out of a tackle, but he gets brought down about his own 25-yard line. That's where the Indian Valley Braves start over.
Number 21, Cole Robinson there on the tackle. When you drop that, 2 things happen. 1, it allows you to wait and seams open up, or 2, the defense nice in there and makes the play, and that's what happened there.
So the Indian Valley Braves will be 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line, trailing 10-0 here at the start of the second half. 11:55 to go in the third quarter. Don't forget, coming up in our postgame, our DAC Vitamins and Minerals postgame, our McInturf Realty Player of the Game will hand out that award.
Tight end's ineligible here. He can't go downfield.
It's going to be a handoff to Tyson Pryor. He spins out of one tackle and gets knocked down just short of the 30 at about the 28-yard line. Nice hard run by Tyson Pryor, the sophomore.
Pryor really sticks his nose up in there. He got hit right about the line of scrimmage, bounced off, and picked up 3 or 4 yards there for the Braves.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. They call it a 4-yard gain for Tyson Pryor. He checks out of the ball game. And now Gavin Henry in the football game, of course, at the tailback position, number 18, Cole Lancaster in there as well.
Lancaster's in the pistol.
As Sam Carter now is, looks like number 45, Evan Broom, moves over here to the near side. And number 7, Colton Thomas goes in motion. The jet sweep to he takes a shot, jumps and hurdles one player at about the 30-yard line and gets out to the 32-yard line. Several years ago, that would have been a penalty.
Yeah, that what an athletic play there to get up, because you're running the jet horizontally and then to get up and get positive yards there. Very athletic play there. But what I was talking about in that formation, if the tight end's on the line of scrimmage and he's covered up by the wide receiver out here on the outside, he's ineligible to go downfield. You can, of course, run out of that formation or pass the tight end, just can't go downfield.
So they come out in an I formation, one wide receiver here to the near side. And it's going to be a handoff to Lancaster right into the heart of that offensive line, and he gets nowhere. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 4th down for the Indian Valley Braves.
Decision time here for Matt Lancaster. You're 4th and a yard. Do you punt it away in a two-possession game, or you try to go for it here?
Too early. I think you punt it away. Honestly, I think you got to play a little field position
Offense
here.
is staying on the field.
Yeah, maybe a pooch punt though. We've seen Sam Carter do that from a time or two. But 4th and 1, they're calling
Try
it.
to draw them off sides here. If not, pooch it.
It's going to be 4th and 1 at their own 34-yard line. 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I formation, Cole Lancaster at fullback, Tyson Pryor at tailback. They tried to draw him off sides. They jumped, and they are going to get the Ridgewood Generals offsides into the neutral zone. Exactly what the Indian Valley Braves tried to do. The Generals tried to be aggressive on the snap count, and that cost them 5 yards.
You know, it's one of those things. Do you relax, and if they do run a football, they're going to get the first down, or do you try to get up there and stuff the run and get caught with your hand in the cookie jar as a defensive lineman? Ball moves, you move, and you got to have deaf ears. You can't use your ears as a defensive lineman. That gets you in trouble.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now at their own 39-yard line. The Indian Valley Braves come out, break the huddle in an I formation. One wide receiver split to the far side. Sam Carter under center. And he's going to hand the ball off to Tyson Pryor off the left side. Spins out of a tackle, gets almost to the 40-yard line. The official says he's going to be down at about the 39-yard line. Tyson Pryor, another gutsy run, maybe picked up 1 yard, but a very hard-fought 1 yard.
It was a hard-fought 1 yard. Defensive end, number 80, Caleb Schock, knifes in to make the tackle there. They're doing some angling on the defensive line. They're trying to shut down. They're trying to get into those gaps to get the guards not to be able to get up and seal those linebackers. If you can let your linebackers roam free, they make tackles. That's what's happening here early for the Generals.
9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ridgewood 10, Indian Valley nothing. Indian Valley has it 2nd and 9 at their own 40-yard line. They come out in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the far side. Now Trevor Myers comes here to the line of scrimmage. Offset in the formation. That was going to be a wildcat formation, and it's going to be a delay of game on the Indian Valley Braves as the snap did not get back to Gavin Henry in time. It's going to back him up 5 yards.
The Braves there were going to try to get the corner out of the Wildcat. They pulled the front side guard. He was either going to kick or seal, and they were going to cut off his butt, but unfortunately moved just a touch early.
8:46 to go here, third quarter. Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas here at Indian Valley High School. The Generals of Ridgewood lead Indian Valley 10-0. Clock moving, 8:35 to go here, third quarter. Indian Valley at 2nd and 14.
Carter to the field with Thomas.
So it's going to be another wildcat. Gavin Henry takes the snap, has a block out front, makes one guy miss out here to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, sheds another tackler where he's finally driven out of bounds inside Ridgewood territory at about the 45-yard line. Nice run by Gavin Henry out of the Wildcat.
Out of the Wildcat there. What they're doing is they're trying to outnumber you to the corner and beat you to the corner. It's just a numbers game. When you get that extra quarterback run, that gives you the extra blocker out front. They get the corner. Colin Smith chases him down, bumps him out, or he still could be running.
Henry caught the edge there and picked up a bunch of yards for the Indian Valley Braves. Now they come out with 2 receivers here to the near side. I formation in the backfield with Cole Lancaster and Tyson Pryor. The hand is to Pryor off the right side. He is going to be submarined right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up 1 yard.
Yeah, they ran the ISO there, but the middle of that Ridgewood General defensive line was having none of it. That's Caleb Schrock up there, Caden Bradford, Cam Hirschberger clogging the hole up front.
Another good game here at Indian Valley High School. We saw a good one last week between the Garaway Pirates and the Indian Valley Braves, where the Pirates knocked them off 14-0. That's a 2-score game. This is a 2-score game, Travis. 2 good games in a row here on Big Z Sports. We always say if it's a big game, it's right here on Big Z Sports. 7:45 to go, third quarter, 2nd and 9, Indian Valley at the Ridgewood 44-yard line. They trail 10-0. The hand is to Tyson Pryor, makes one guy miss in the backfield, but here comes the laundry as the back judge throws the flag, and it's going to be a hold on the Indian Valley Braves, going to back them up 10 yards.
Yeah, anytime the umpire throws that, it's going to be a hold there. And what they did is they got up quick to the line of scrimmage, tried to snap it quick. Unfortunately, grabbed some jerseys there, did the Indian Valley Braves. Usually when the defensive lineman, you know who you're going to block, but when they're angling, you got to get a hold of them, and unfortunately you got caught.
Okay, teach me here, Travis.
Okay.
We got a second here.
It's the referee's the white hat.
Okay.
The guy right behind the linebacker is the umpire. The back judge is clear in the secondary behind the safety.
So the umpire is right here.
The umpire is by the
safety,
linebacker.
Yeah, between the safety and the line. Okay.
Yeah, he's right there on the 45, and the line judges are obviously.
I will quit calling him the back judge then.
The back judge is back here, yeah.
Back judge is in the back.
He's in the back, yeah,
So
absolutely.
7:20 to go here, third quarter. I'm getting taught by Professor
My
McClellan
apology.
here. Hey,
My
no,
apology.
you're good. Thanks for correcting me. 2nd and 18. Indian Valley rolls out here with Sam Carter. He flips it out here to his receiver. That's going to
nice
be Colton
move.
Thomas. Sidesteps one defender and gets knocked out of bounds inside the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line. And sophomore Colton Thomas with a big reception for the Indian Valley Braves. Going to bring up looks like it's going to be a 3rd and manageable now.
What a move there. That was the track feed, if you will. We saw him doing hurdles there in the spring and track, and you saw him use that feet, catches the ball on the sideline, makes a move, gets another big pickup for the Braves, gives them 3rd down and manageable.
A heck of an athlete is Colton Thomas for the Indian Valley Braves. That wide receiver plays defensive back as well. The Braves have it as a one wide receiver shotgun with twin running backs. They're going to hand off to number 42, Myers, and he is going to be stopped short of the 1st down, but there is a penalty flag thrown by the referee, and this is probably going to be a hold call. Usually
it's
what
hold
it is.
or a legal chop.
It's going to be a hold against the Indian Valley Braves. Going to back them up 10 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down again.
Okay, little second lever offense here for you, Joe.
All right.
They pulled both guards to the right, and they ran counter backside to the left. Why'd they do that? Because where the guards go, the linebackers go. So they're trying to pull the guards.
Flow the other way.
It's a false key. It's called a false key. The guards came toward us, so the linebackers go, and they're trying to hit the counter backside.
Last week Coach Schlusser was talking on our postgame about X's and O's. I didn't understand anything he was saying, but when you explain it, I totally understand it.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm not in the realm of Coach Schlusser. He's a Hall of Famer.
Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Gavin Henry goes in motion. It's going to be the fake to Henry. Center screen here to Colton Thomas, and he is going to be stopped right at midfield on the arrow by a whole host of Ridgewood defenders. Going to bring up a 4th and long for the Indian Valley Braves, and here comes the punt team for the Braves.
Colin Smith was right there in the middle as Colton Thomas comes in to get that middle screen. You're hoping those linemen can get up and seal the backer. Colin Smith gets inside the lineman and makes the play there. But if Colton Thomas catches that and they get the seal, it's a long way for open field.
Number 4, Keegan Millender, and number 5, Xander Strout back deep to return this punt off the leg of number 7, Colton Thomas. A low line drive kick. It's going to bounce about the 30, and Strout picks it up about the 25 and gets out of a tackle. And driven out of bounds at about the 31-yard line is Xander Straub, and that's where the Ridgewood Generals will have their first possession of the second half. Let's head down to the sidelines now and talk with Shannon Thomas. Shannon, a very nice drive to start the second half for Indian Valley. Again, penalties hurt them, though, in that drive.
Yeah, it looked like they had some success throwing the ball, running the ball. When that yellow flag comes out, it'll stop everything that you had going. Now the defense has got to find a way to force Ridgewood to punt so they can get the ball back on offense and try something again.
Thanks, Shannon. That trip to the sideline brought to you by Crockers in Dover. We have 6:01 to go here, third quarter. Ridgewood 10, Indian Valley nothing. The Generals come out in a shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side with Lamnick in the backfield as Gabe Tingle's in the pistol. He gives to Lamnick off the right side, makes one guy miss out here to the 40. Gets all the way out to the 45, gets another block to midfield, out to the 45-yard line of Indian Valley, and that's where Xavier Lamnick is driven to the turf. They're calling him down at the 44-yard line. Another Adams board first down for the Generals.
Nothing fancy there, but Ridgewood's biggest run play of the night, that's just hat on a hat, and that's a white hat getting on a blue hat and sustaining. There wasn't anything that the adjustments you did at half, that was just sustaining your block and let Lamnick do his job. He rips off a big run there.
5:37 to go here, third quarter. Ridgewood 10, Indian Valley nothing. 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 44-yard line for the Ridgewood Generals. 3 receivers here. Gabe Tingle takes the snap, fires over to the far side as a receiver, and he makes one guy miss and gets tripped up just before the 35-yard line at the 36-yard line. And that was number 11, Chase Booth for the Ridgewood Generals.
They're running the jailbreak. Jailbreak only works if they're in zone, and you got to get that block. They sealed the block there and picked up a big 6-7 yards there on first down to give yourself a second and short. You go open up the playbook when you're second and short.
Can a quarterback like a Gabe Tingle see that the defense is in zone and
yeah,
runs
for
that?
sure. That's a pre-snap read. He's coming out because you're looking right at the free safety and seeing where they're at, and then you watch the corners. and you know what they're in, and then you know ahead of time. A lot of times they'll communicate to the wide receiver with hand signals and know what to do.
Trips receivers here to the near side, one to the far side. Millender goes in motion to the far side. The hand is to Millender. He's off the right side up to the 30, and he is driven out of bounds just short of the 25-yard line. They're calling him out of bounds at about the 27-yard line, and that's going to be another Adams board first down for the Ridgewood Generals. They have their keys in ignition, and they're on a drive.
They are on a drive, and you saw the jet sweep to the boundary there. And what the jet does, one, it's a quick hitter. The guy's in full speed when he gets the ball going horizontally, but you're also outnumbering there. You get the kick out, he cuts up inside. It's just a numbers game. It's all about math here tonight, Joe.
And your wife's a math teacher,
That's
right?
why I know.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why you know that.
She told me. I didn't know. She
Gretchen,
told me.
your wife is a great math teacher.
She
She'll
is,
have to
yes.
teach me some. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go here, third quarter. Two wide receivers here to the near side, two to the far side. The hand to Lamnick up the middle, and he gets stuck right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe fell forward for a yard or two for the Generals, bringing up second down for Ridgewood, who leads 10-0 here at Indian Valley High School. Just under 4 minutes to go. Check out our stream, guys. Don't forget YouTube and, of course, Facebook as well. WTUZ, Big Z Sports. Thanks to Claxon Communications, Parkway Quick Lane, and Kent State Tuscarawas. Go check out our folks over, our buddies over at Parkway Quick Lane. And for all your car needs, go see our buddy Phil Miller. He will take care of you over at the Parkway Quick Lane. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd and 9. Ridgewood Generals have it. Gabe Tingle takes a snap, looking, points his receiver, tells him to run downfield. Now Tingle's running for his life here to the near side. He has blockers. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Has Keegan Millender. Did he catch it?
Tip drill.
Waiting for the call. Keegan Millender.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Ridgewood Generals from 27 yards out. Gabe Tingle finds Keegan Millender on the tip drill. Millender was able to keep his feet in bounds for the touchdown. The Generals in the end zone here with 3:14 to go in the third quarter.
There again, number two, just doing what number two does, and he makes plays. And he made something out of nothing there. He could have ran, saw Millender open. It was tipped. That's something you practice in the backyard with your buddies, you know, the tip drill. And Millender comes down, gets his foot in bounds, 1 foot in high school, touchdown, the Generals.
The snap is back, the hold, the kick. It is up and good from Andy Troyer. The lead now for Ridgewood, 17-0 over the Indian Valley Braves. 3:14 to go, third quarter. Back after this on Z Country 99.9.
The certified public accountants at Moore Niedenthal Incorporated believe in the value of relationships. Moore Niedenthal has been in business for over 40 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Moore Niedenthal can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the new Moore Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back here at Indian Valley High School, the Ridgewood Generals on a 27-yard touchdown pass from Gabe Tingle to Keegan Millender increases the General lead to 17-0 with 3:14 to go here in the third quarter. Great play. Number two made something happen with his feet.
Yeah, he made something happen when there was nothing there. The play was actually meant to go right. They were running a flag and a post down to the right. Nothing was there. He was waving Lamnick on, who chose just to get a block. He reverses field and throws a dime over here to the corner. Tip drill. Touchdown, Generals.
That's why Gabe Tingle was our Big Z Sports Player of the Year in 2020, showing what he can do with his legs and his arm here in 21. Andy Troyer gets the kick off to Trevor Myers. He fields it at the 15, up here to the 25, to the 30. Makes one guy miss out to the 40. He cuts back here to midfield, and he is brought down finally inside of Ridgewood territory at about the 48-yard line. Nice return by the senior Trevor Myers.
That was a great return. That's just what you need. You just gave up a score. What do you need? You need a spark. And he comes back and gets a huge return, takes it inside general territory. We have a guy down, and that was teammate on teammate crime there, Joe. Number 8, A.J. Incarnato comes in and just smokes his teammate there trying to make the tackle.
Looks like number 80, that's Schrock.
That'd be their defensive end.
Caleb Schrock, their defensive end, down, kind of being helped off the field a little bit.
He took a shot to the chest area.
He took you know what that feels like.
Oh, I've been there, yeah. Yeah. It knocks the wind out you. You think you lose your soul.
Yeah, when you get the wind knocked out of you, it's like the worst feeling ever.
You think you swallow your mouthpiece.
I know,
You're looking
crazy.
for that. Like, whoo. And that was teammate on teammate crying there.
So Indian Valley breaks the huddle. They have it 1st and 10 at the Ridgewood 48-yard line, I formation. Lancaster and Pryor. The hand is to Pryor here off the right side. He has a lot of room out here to the 45, out to the 40, and he gets shoved out of bounds viciously by number 14 and number 3. That's Dalton Patterson, and
that was
Alex Straub with a big hit on Tyson Pryor as he gets shoved out of bounds.
Number 7 there, Lamnick, comes up limping. He's going to leave the game. Nice to see 80 come back in the game after taking that shot. But Pryor's not afraid to stick his nose in there, Joe.
He is not. The sophomore Tyson Pryor, 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. Going to be a good one for the next couple of years.
He brings all 170.
Yes, he does. And he has a lot of speed off of that edge. We're under 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 1 for Indian Valley. The hand is to Gavin Henry this time. And he is off the left side. Gets enough for an Adams board. First down as he gets out past the 40, almost to the 35. And that is where they mark him at the Ridgewood 35-yard line. 2:17 to go. Ridgewood leads 17-0 in the battle of Ridgewood 7-0, Indian Valley 4-1. But bit of fun game here tonight. Been very physical.
A great game.
The chess pieces, the X's and O's. A lot of fun football going on.
Oh,
here.
for sure. Punch, counter punch, adjustments at half. Let's see if the Braves can finish the drive here and put points on the board.
High formation again for the Indian Valley Braves. One wide receiver here to the near side, and Carter's going to flip it out to Gavin Henry here on the near side. He's out to the 35. He is going to be tripped up just short of the 35-yard line. Xavier Lamnick back in after missing a play, and he chases him down from his far linebacker position.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the outside linebacker there a little bit. I'll tell you what, that's not as easy to play as he made it look. He took on the blocker and kept his outside arm free, continued to hustle straight down the line of scrimmage, running him horizontal and not giving him the edge, and makes the tackle. Great play there.
Great play by the senior Xavier Lamnick at linebacker for the Ridgewood Generals. 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation. Lancaster next to Carter. And it's going to be a fake.
A
reverse to Trevor Myers, and that gets nowhere. Maybe a loss of a yard brings up 3rd down at a minute to go. Down to Shannon Thomas on the sidelines. Shannon, what do you got for us on the sidelines?
Yeah, Tyson Pryor come off after that last run, and he is now over here on the sideline being worked on by the training staff.
And as you say that, he jumps off the bench, puts his helmet back on, and he is back out on the field as Tyson Pryor, a tough young man, as he was getting looked at by the training staff. He said, I'm out, puts his helmet back on and sprints back out onto the field with 33 seconds to go here. 3rd down and 11 for the Indian Valley Braves. They come out in a shotgun formation. Carter takes a snap. They're going to give it on a delayed handoff to Tyson Pryor, and he takes a shot again from number 7, Xavier Lamnick, as Pryor gets up slowly from the turf here at Indian Valley High School. And that's going to do it for the third quarter of action here at Indian Valley. The Generals lead the Indian Valley Braves 17-0. Back with the fourth quarter after this. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
U.S. Bagging provides the pipeline industry with filled bags and superior service by delivering pre-filled sandbags and other pipeline products to your job site 24/7. This saves you time and money. It allows you to focus on getting the job done. U.S. Bagging is also anchored to their communities. They'll soon celebrate 10 years at their Janaden Hutton location. They're proud to be a sponsor of this high school broadcast and excited to support the athletes of the Indian Valley Braves for their hard work and dedication. Go Braves!
Separate yourself from the crowd and be a rock star at Solid Rock Photos. Hi, I'm Denny Trimmer, inviting you to our new studio home at 128 North Broadway in the heart of downtown New Philadelphia for an unforgettable rock star photo experience. You can learn more online at solidrockphotos.com and all of our social media platforms, or give us a call, 330-795-0334.
Keim Lumber scoreboard update. The Dover Tornadoes, they are all over Marietta 49-0. Garaway all over Tusky Valley 40-0. tied at the half. New Philadelphia and Marlington last we had was 10-10. Sandy Valley shutting out Claymont 37-0. West Holmes all over Shelby. The Whippets 30-7. Carrollton leads Salem 21-10. That's a big lead for the Carrollton Warriors coming off of a loss last week. And Conotton Valley knocks off Bellsville 54-0. Fourth quarter, it's going to be 4th down and 13. The Indian Valley Braves are going to go for it in General's territory. A lot of pressure up the middle. Sam Carter does a nice job as he heaves it here to the near side. And it was intended for Colton Smith as he fell down in his route. The Indian Valley fans wanted a flag, but that ball was well over his head. Not sure it was catchable.
If anybody could catch it, it was Colton Thomas there on the sideline, but even he couldn't get it, and it was out of bounds, and that's why there was no flag.
Yeah, he would probably have to be a world record high jumper to catch that ball, and he's only 6 foot. So
as athletic as he is, that was out of bounds.
That was a little bit out of bounds for Colton Thomas, but the Ridgewood Generals now take over on downs, and they are in their own territory. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line, leading 17-0. The Generals probably going to see a big dose of the running game here to start the fourth quarter. 11:51 to go in the ball game. Jet motion as Millender goes in motion, and we are going to have a delay of game, it looks like, on the Ridgewood. Generals going to back them up 5 yards. That's exactly what the call is.
When the back judge throws that early, you know he's keeping the time, and when he throws it early, it's going to be a delay.
Is he keeping the time, or is he watching the play clock?
He's watching the time, and then he'll lift his hands at 5 seconds so they know. And when he's watching the ball, and he's watching there, if it's not snapped, when he watches, when it's at 0, he looks. If it's not snapped, he's throwing the penalty.
Gotcha.
So you actually get an extra half second.
Extra half second. That look down, right?
Right.
11:51 to go here, fourth quarter. Ridgewood leads Indian Valley 17-0. 1st and 15 now from their own 33-yard line for the Ridgewood Generals. They're going to come out in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the far side, or 1 here to the near side. As Millender, that is Molesky in motion on the jet sweep. They're going to hand it off here. He's out here to midfield, and he gets shoved down. Was that number
Xander
5?
Straub.
That was Xander Straub. Looks like number 6 to me. I apologize.
Yeah. They look the same over there.
Yep, Xander Straub on the nice game. They're going to say he hit the ground at about the 47-yard line. Nice pickup. Going to bring up 2nd down and 1 now. 2nd and manageable for the Generals.
2nd in the whole playbook. You got it all here. You could throw one over the top, which I doubt, or you could just take the 1st down here. You're probably going to see a handoff to Lamnick and try to pick it up and just keep the clock moving, because that's your friend. If you're the Generals, that's your foe if you're the Braves.
4 wide receivers now as Millender goes in motion to the far side. Lamnick changes sides to the right side of Gabe Tingle. Millender comes back in motion. Jet sweep. The hand is to Millender. He's very patient over to the 50-yard line inside Indian Valley territory to about the 48-yard line. That's going to be enough for an Adams board 1st down.
You hit the nail on the head, Joe. That was a patient run. He waited for Lamnick to get the kick out, cut it up inside him, and get the 1st down. He knew he only needed 1. Great patience there by Millender.
Under 11 minutes to go here in the football game. Ridgewood 17, Indian Valley nothing. The Generals have it 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 48-yard line, just across midfield, right in front of us here in the press box at Indian Valley High School. We have 4 wide receivers. Shotgun formation. Millender comes in motion here to the near side. The fake give as Tingle drops it on the field, but he is able to pick it back up and drop on the fumble. It was a mesh exchange between Millender and Tingle. Got the ball knocked out of his hands.
I'm not so sure he wasn't going to throw that,
I think he was.
Colin Smith checked into the game at wing there, and it looked like maybe they were going to try to catch him off guard there.
I think he was pulling it, and I think Millender's arm came up and knocked it out of Tingle's hand.
That's something that takes constant work.
It does. And, of course, Gabe's not been in there the whole season. This is his 2nd game back. He was hurt game number 3,
in the first quarter.
In the first quarter of game 3. This is game number 8, so this is only his 2nd game back, so not a lot of consistency, even though Gabe's been quarterback for 4 years.
Yeah.
So Tingle takes a shotgun snap, looking over the middle of the field, has a wide receiver, and that's Millender. It's going to be picked off by the Indian Valley Braves, and that's going to be number 34, Brogan Bircher on the interception for the Indian Valley Braves. And a nice play there by the cornerback, the junior cornerback from the Indian Valley Braves.
Great play there by Bircher, but Tingle threw it late and behind him there, and Bircher comes up to make the play. A mistake there by the senior QB.
Millender was streaking down the seam in the middle of the field and just underthrew him a little bit, and Bircher was able to run underneath it, take it away, and pick it off as the Indian Valley Braves now will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Sam Carter at quarterback in the shotgun. Actually, it's going to be a Wildcat. They're going to throw it, and that's going to be Gavin Henry, intended receiver. On the play was number 7, Colton Thomas on the Wildcat. It was going to be a pass as Gavin Henry was in at quarterback.
Yeah, Sam Carter was over there as well.
Yep, try to catch Ridgewood off kilter a little bit and just overshot his receiver.
A little chicanery there. You got to try something to get the momentum going. You've seen Wildcat runs. You see Wildcat throw there. Disciplined play by the Generals to stay home and nothing doing there.
All right, so my son got 100% on his vocabulary test today. How do you spell chicanery?
Chicanery? Well, let's ask Braden.
Well, I have no idea how to spell that word. That's a good word to use, though. Chicanery.
Yeah, chicanery. You like that?
I do like that.
You can borrow that.
All right. One wide receiver here to the near side. The handoff is to Gavin Henry here on to the left side, out here to the 30, to the 40. Has one guy missed. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, and he is going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Keegan Millender saved the touchdown as he gets all the way down to the 20-yard line. Does Gavin Henry. A very nice run by the junior tailback.
A huge play there by the Braves. Henry gets the corner and streaks down the field. Millender come out clear across the field like a missile, hits him out of bounds. But huge play there by the junior Gavin Henry. Gets him down inside the 20. Their new life in the Braves offense, and they're threatening.
You know, I love breakaway runs in football, but I love when defenders come across and have the angle and able to catch him before he gets to the end.
Pursuit drill, baby.
I love that. I used to love to run that when I played football. The handoff this time to Henry off the right side. He makes another guy miss at the 10, at the 5. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Gavin Henry.
What a run.
That puts the lead down to 17-6 now. Indian Valley with a huge touchdown with 9:07 to go here in the football game. 19-yard touchdown run by Gavin Henry.
That was a huge run there by Henry. Two huge runs in a row, but right there he used his eyes and used his feet. He could have kept going up the middle. He sees the bounce to the outside and takes it, gets to the corner for the touchdown.
Very nice field vision by the ball carrier Gavin Henry. 17-6 as Daniel Miller, the kicker, is on. The 5'9", 190-pound junior kicker for the Indian Valley Braves. The snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and it is good for the Indian Valley Braves as they now trail the Ridgewood Generals 17-7 with 9:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a timeout back to Indian Valley High School after this on Z Country 99.9.
The Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties is an agency established for the purpose of planning, funding, monitoring, and evaluating contracted mental health, alcohol, and drug treatment services. Services across 4 local agencies are available for county residents regardless of ability to pay. Mental health and physical health are connected, and taking care of both is a requirement for your well-being. Go to adamhtc.org for more information. Adams Board, supporting your journey to wellness.
With Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School, the Indian Valley Braves get on the scoreboard with a 19-yard touchdown run by Gavin Henry. Let's head to the sidelines and talk to Shannon Thomas. Shannon, that was a drive that the Indian Valley Braves needed, all on the back of Gavin Henry.
Yeah, Gavin did a nice job both times. You know, that big play to get down the sideline, I thought he was going to make it. I don't know if he slowed up to maybe try to get ready to cut back inside, but then he got knocked out of bounds. And then, you know, great field vision, like you guys said there, to run back across the field to get into the end zone. And that's just what the Braves needed. Now their defense has got to, you know, stop Gabe Tingle and his offense to have a shot.
That trip to the sidelines brought to you by Crocker's Bar and Grill in Dover. Watch for the onside kick here by the Indian Valley Braves as they are lined up in an awkward formation here. Let's see what happens from the Indian Valley Braves.
Onside coming.
It is.
Told you.
Exactly what it is. They're going to get around it.
It didn't go 10.
It did not go 10 yards, and that's going to be a flag as, you know, I love, you know, nobody can see behind the scenes when they're on the radio or doing the video here. But Travis jumps up and down, and he puts his hands in a circle. And that means only one thing. He's done it several times, and he's always right when he does it. And he always, and the O that he puts up doesn't mean Ohio State. No. It means onside kick. And Travis does that. When he does that, I know he's going to be right because he's done it maybe 3 or 4 times in the 3 years that we've been doing games, and you've been right every time.
You get the coach buzzer that goes off. You get that feeling. You know, you can't explain it. It's not something you see on film. I haven't seen film. It's just that feeling you get. And you look at kids and you look at their body language, and you just see it. And I can't help but get excited.
You know, when I say you jump around, I mean, you can't jump over a wet napkin.
No, not
but
anymore.
you start jumping up and down and putting the O in the
Elbow
air.
in the-
Yeah, you're like OH almost. You're just like with the O.
Go Bucks.
But, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're going to have what's the flag here?
Look like a block in the back.
Penalties decline. First down. Ridgewood Generals take over. Nice call, though. It was a very well-designed call. I thought a little more kick. The Indian Valley Braves were trying to get around the football to try to block them out.
And how you run that is actually your front line goes and blocks first, and you let your secondary line get it. So they actually, the front line's just going to try to heat-seeking missile the front line of the Generals and block them, let the second line get it. It just didn't get 10 yards.
So the Generals now have the football, 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 47-yard line. Shotgun formation. Millender goes in motion. The fake to him. They give to Xavier Lamnick just past the 45-yard line to the 43-yard line, but there is a flag from the umpire.
And you know what that's going to be?
That's going to be a hold.
It's going to be a hold. It's always a hold or a face mask when he throws it.
Can't be anything else.
Just about. It's 99% of the time that's what it's going to be.
99.9%
99.9 WTUZ percent of the time.
Absolutely. And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. The Generals up. Going to bring up another first down and long now for the Generals back inside their own territory now. They started the drive at their Indian Valley 47-yard line. Now they're back on their own 43-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers here to the near side. They fake it as Tingle fires over to the far side. That's going to be number 11, Chase Booth, on the reception. Gets a nice little chunk of change there back. It's going to bring up a second down and still behind the chains. Looks like it's going to be
14?
close to, 2nd and 14 maybe a pickup of 5 or 6 on that play. Just dink and dunk a little bit. They got a couple more downs to play with. 8:20 to go. The clock is on their side as the Ridgewood Generals lead 17-7.
When you're behind the chains and it's early in the down, the first or second, you just got to get some yardage to get you some chance to get the first down, not all at once.
Shotgun formation. This wide receiver looks like he's off sides here on the near sideline.
Almost.
Very close. Four wide receivers. The fake is to Lamnick as Gabe Tingle rolls out here to the near side. He's out here to midfield, and he is going to run out of bounds at about the 47-yard line into Indian Valley territory. He's back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up about a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and what the wide receiver does there, Joe, is when he gets up, he points to the line judge, the official, and say, hey, am I good? If he says you're good, he's not going to throw the flag as long as you don't move. So as long as he gives you the 2 thumbs up, you're good to go.
So if he doesn't give you the thumbs up, you need to back up.
He will move you, yeah.
Okay.
He will move you because you're pointing to him, am I good? And then that's what he does.
3 wide receivers to the far side, 2 here to the near side. Tingle in the shotgun formation looks over to his sidelines for the call from his coaches.
Watch him up the hash here, Joe. They're in quarters coverage with man over the top. Watch him throw up the hash.
Shotgun formation. Tingle takes the snap, looking, middle screen.
Ooh, the fastball.
Off the hands of number 4, Keegan Millender, as they had some pressure in the face of Gabe Tingle, and that was Landon Green that had the pressure on number 2 to fire a missile.
He threw the fastball there because he was under pressure. That's one of those screens where you just want to throw it like a dart, but with the pressure bearing down on him, he had to let it go. Unfortunately, they couldn't complete it for the Generals. Great stop by the Braves. They're going to get their ball back with 7:48 to go here.
4th down and 11 from their Indian Valley 48-yard line. Dalton Patterson back to punt the football away to the Indian Valley Braves. The snap is back. It's going to be a high spiraling kick. It's going to be short, and it's going to take a Ridgewood bounce down towards the 20-yard line. Going to be about the 21-yard line, a change of field position Probably not as far back as Coach John Slusser wanted, but it's still, you have 79 yards to go for a touchdown or to try to get points on the board for Indian Valley.
Two-score game, and that's what's important. Yeah, you would like to get that a little down farther, maybe inside the 20 and down towards the 10, but your defense has got to get a stop. If you're John Slusser, if you're Matt Lancaster, you want to keep the offensive momentum and get down here and score again.
Don't forget, in our DAC Vitamins and Minerals postgame show, we will announce our Mac and Surf Realty Player of the Game here tonight. But we have 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go before we do that here at Indian Valley High School. Carter takes the snap, is going to hand off to Tyson Pryor. Nope, that's Gavin Henry here off the left side of that offensive line. Gets close to the 30-yard line. They're going to say he's down about the 29.
Counter gap there, they're stretched. They're pulling the backside guard and tackle, and they're kicking out. He's cutting up inside him. So the front side's areaing down. They're coming to kick out. He's cutting up inside him. Good football play. Steubenville likes to run that. A lot of running football teams like to run that play.
Colton Thomas checks back into the football game. He comes split here to the near side with Trevor Myers. Shotgun formation, split backs in the backfield. Carter takes the snap, looking, gets tons of pressure, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. And I'm not sure he was outside the tackle box on that. Let's see what...
That probably should have been a penalty, and Slusher's out there on the numbers wondering what's going on, but
I don't see how
nevertheless, they play on.
Yeah, they play on. So it's going to bring up third down now and 7 for the Indian Valley Braves at their own 29-yard line, just under 7 minutes to go here in the football game. Make sure you check us out on our YouTube channel, folks, WTUZ Big Z Sports. On Facebook, WTUZ Big Z Sports. Thanks to Claxton Communications, Parkway, Quick Lane, and Kent State Tuscarawas. If you want to see our live stream, thanks to those guys, of course, Casey Claxton, Emma Merriman, and Lydia Brady. As they're going to call, Colin Smith was going to take the ball into the end zone, and they called incomplete pass, as he thought he had an interception, but the officials were right there and said, nope, it bounced.
But as the player, you're going to try to sell that, And
no replay in high school football.
No replay.
Hoping the official missed it.
Yeah.
But there's like 8 of them out there, so I doubt all of them missed it.
Exactly right.
So Colton Thomas now on to punt the football away for the Indian Valley Braves. And Ridgewood doesn't believe they're going to punt. They have nobody back deep, but Indian Valley does punt it away, and Colton Thomas gets a high spiraling punt that takes a bounce and an Indian Valley roll all the way down inside the 25-yard line to about the 23-yard line. Great punt by the sophomore punter, Colton Thomas, for the Indian Valley Braves. The Ridgewood Generals are going to start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ridgewood didn't care about returning that ball. What they're doing is playing protect defense. They didn't want to give up the first down on any trick play, chicanery, or anything like that. So the clock is Ridgewood's friend, and they don't care about the return. They just need a couple first downs. Now, on the flip side, the Braves need a 3-and-out here because there's 6:40 to go, and they need 2 scores.
Yep, down 10 points are the Indian Valley Braves to the Ridgewood Generals. It's 17-10, 6:40 to go here in the football game. May see a lot of that running game here from the Generals again as they come out in 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side of the field. We have a shotgun formation with Xavier Lamanick to the left of Gabe Tingle. Tingle fakes it to Lamanick. It's going to be a middle screen here to Dalton Patterson. He reverses field, and he is going to get knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. That's actually going to be a loss on the play for Dalton Patterson, a loss of about 4. Going to bring up second at about 14.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you don't run the jailbreak well, that's what happens, and you lose yardage there. That's a long way to throw the football, and Patterson gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage there. So that's a win for the Brave defense.
6:09 to go here in the football game. Ridgewood leads 17-7 over the Indian Valley Braves. The Generals break the huddle. They come out with 3 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 over on that, make it 1 over on the far side. I was going to say that should have been probably a legal substitution.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's going to be.
12 men in the huddle.
Yep, 12 men in the huddle. Going to back them up 5 yards. We're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to take it as well. You're listening to Big Z Sports and high school sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
Dino Pergolini & Sons Equipment Incorporated is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. Offering the option to buy, rent, sell, or trade equipment is what separates Dino Rents from everyone else. With pickup and delivery or even field service available in their service department, Dino Rents can handle repairs needed for any make or model. Dino Pergolini & Sons Equipment is located just past Midvale Speedway and can be found on Facebook or contacted at 330-364-8055. Also offering a location in Caddis to better serve you.
Now back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Indian Valley High School, whereas Big Z Sports in our game of the week. 17-7, the Ridgewood Generals lead Indian Valley with 5:52 to go here in the football game. The Ridgewood Generals have it 2nd down and 13 from their own 20-yard line. They come back out of the timeout. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Tingle, pump fakes. Now he's going to take off running, makes a guy miss. And they're going to try to bottle him up in the backfield. And he's at the 15-yard line and keeps running backwards at the 15 while they finally bring him down at about the 10-yard line. Gabe Tingle tried to hocus pocus.
Big mistake there by the senior.
Yeah, try to get out of that and lost some yardage that he may not needed to lose. Get back up, get close to the line of scrimmage if you can.
Away.
Yeah, do that as well. Trying to make something happen with his legs, but now it's going to be 3rd and forever for the Ridgewood Generals with 5:15 to go here in the football game.
3rd and a passport, maybe.
Yeah, not that far.
It's
maybe
a long way.
3rd and a.
You got to throw that away.
We'll say cab ride on this one because it's only 3rd and 21. You do have to throw it away. You're right. 3rd and 21 from their own 11-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side of the field. The hand is to Lamnick up the middle of the field, breaks out of 1 tackle, and he gets stopped at about the 20-yard line. So he gets 9 of those yards back. Going to bring up 4th down now for the Generals in a punting situation. Indy Valley going to get the football back.
They are going to get a football back. They burned a timeout there.
And there is a timeout on the field. We will take it with them back after this on Big Z Sports on Z Country 99.9.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
To the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
Back out here at Indian Valley High School, 4:51 to go here in the football game. Ridgewood leads 17-7. We'll get to a TMK Valley Propane scoreboard update after this play as the Ridgewood Generals are going to punt the football away as number 14 Dalton Patterson back deep to punt it away, and number 42 Trevor Myers back to receive the punt. A little bit of pressure, but Patterson gets it off, and Trevor Myers calls for a fair catch just inside Ridgewood territory at the 48-yard line. Let's check in with our TMK Valley Propane scoreboard update. Dover knocks off Marietta 49-0. Garraway shuts out Tusky Valley 40-0. New Philadelphia up on Marlington 24-10. Sandy Valley all over Claymont 44-0. West Holmes all over Shelby 30-14. Carrollton up on Salem in a tight one 21-13 in the fourth quarter. Chase Olstrom with 3 touchdown runs in that game. Conotton Valley all over Bellsville 54-14. The Indian Valley Braves have it in a shotgun formation. A quick pass out to his intended receiver. Looks like it was going to be number
34, Burchard.
That's number 34, Brogan Burchard. They're going to call that incomplete. Bring up 2nd down for Indian Valley. They trail on the scoreboard 17-7 to the Ridgewood Generals. Time's running out. 4:42 to go here in the football game.
Yeah, there's loads of time. They have 2 timeouts, but they got to get going here. They have to have a score on this possession.
Going to check in with Shannon Thomas after this play and get an injury update here on the field as the Indian Valley Braves now have it 2nd down. The hand is to Gavin Henry off the right side. Makes one guy miss. He's out here to the 45. Lowers his shoulder and gets very close to the 40-yard line. They're going to say he's down at about the 42-yard line. Let's head down to the sidelines and Shannon Thomas. Shannon, I see one Tyson Pryor with his shoulder pads and helmet off now. Looks like he may be done for the football game.
Yeah, the trainer was working on his shoulders and his neck area, so I don't know if he maybe got a stinger or, if it's his shoulder or his neck. I'm not really sure. And I see Sam Zerker sitting there beside him. So it's been a rough night for the Braves.
Braves battling some injuries here late in the football game. Gavin Henry goes off the left side, and he is tackled by a couple of defenders for the Ridgewood Generals. Going to bring up a 4th down play now for the Indian Valley Braves. You have to go for it.
You have to go for it. You had counter gap there, tried to get the first down, but unfortunately what you want to do there, if you don't get the first down, you want to progress the ball forward. Great play by the Generals getting behind the line of scrimmage. Now the play call is not so easy for Matt Lancaster, but they got to have this.
4th and 4. You have a play in your playbook for 4th and 4 here. You need the first down to keep the momentum going. You got to get into the scoreboard.
This is in that play chart. This is in that play chart where it's special plays. You pull this out every now and then.
It's going to be a quarterback power off the left side. Sam Carter has it. Man, he's going to be very, very close to the first down. Looks like he may have fumbled the football away. The markers are on the field, and the Generals have the football after they fumble the football away to Sam Carter. Looks like number 7, Xavier Lamnick, falls on the football for the Generals, and Sam Carter bounces back up off the turf.
He's walking off slow, Joe.
Yeah, slow walk to the sidelines, holding his midsection is Sam Carter. What a tough kid. We saw him take a shot at the end of the first half, and he took another big shot right there here late in the football game. 3:24 to go in the football game. Ridgewood 17, Indian Valley 7. Indian Valley has it on, Ridgewood has it on their own 37-yard line. They're going to come out in the wing T formation. We're going to see a lot of running plays here to run the clock as they have Tingle under center. Lamnick goes in motion. They hand off to number 9.
Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground.
Indian Valley ball. Indian Valley football as number 9, Colin Smith, cops up the football, and they are going to turn it over. Indian Valley has a new life.
They do have new life, and it's a little tit for tat there. Indian Valley fumbles, and then Ridgewood comes back and coughs it up. Not making either coach very happy, but now Indian Valley, they got to put the ball in the end zone.
1st and 10 now at the Ridgewood 38-yard line. It looks like we have a new quarterback in there. It looks like it's going to be Colton Thomas in at quarterback. Sam Carter being looked at on the sideline still as he walks over with the coaching staff, and they wave him back onto the field or off onto the sidelines as Coach Matt Lancaster is in the huddle with his team. But costly turnover there.
That's a costly turnover, but that's also a costly timeout for the Braves. The clock was stopped on the turnover, and they had to take a timeout because of personnel. Unfortunate there for the Braves. They're down to 1 timeout, 3:19 to go, but they got to get points here.
They have to get points. It's a must-have. That shows you how big that turnover on downs is over here just a little bit ago. If they could have got points, they get the ball right back. Right. Could be a different ball game right now.
The interception right before half when they were in scoring position.
They've definitely had their chances. Let's head down to the sidelines, talk to Shannon Thomas. And Shannon, the Braves have had their chances here in the second half. Just can't quite get the ball in the end zone, though.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the way they performed tonight. It was just the mistakes that are getting to them. They got the ball back with 3:19 left here, and with Sam out, they're going to go with Colton here and see if he can make something happen.
So the sophomore Colton Thomas in at quarterback for the Indian Valley Braves. They're going to have 2 backs in the backfield with him. It's going to be a quarterback power as Colton Thomas has it, and he is going to be dropped in the backfield, led by number 56 of the Ridgewood Generals, and that's Jonas Paul is what I'm going to call him. I hope that I pronounced that right. Jonas Paul gets in there and brings Colton Thomas down for a loss. Going to bring up 2nd and 12 for Indian Valley. Clock moving under 3 minutes, 2:53 to go here in the football game. As Gavin Henry checks into the football game, I formation. Looks like Sam Carter now back in at quarterback. The hand is to Gavin Henry over here to the left side. Makes one guy miss out here to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Almost gets out of another tackle to the 25-yard line. And it looks like it's going to come back. There's some yellow handkerchief on the field, and that's not going to be a good sign for the Indian Valley Braves.
No, they're going to get a hold there on the Braves probably and back it up.
Illegal chop block.
Illegal chop on the defense.
Yeah, they called that. I called that thinking that it was going to be a hold. It is actually going to be against the Ridgewood Generals. Now, how do you get a chop block on the defense? How do you do that?
Well, with the safety rules now, you can't just come up and dive into a guy's knees and take on an offensive lineman if they're already engaged.
Okay.
Now, otherwise you can just tackle, but if they're already engaged, you can't go low on them.
When you mean engaged, already with another player.
Exactly,
okay.
Yeah. When they got another player, you can't hit them low.
We got to get a segment called Tech Talk with you or something. the
X's and O's with Joe and Travis.
X's and O's with T-Mac.
So that's going to be on the end our spot foul. They're going to move him inside the 15.
That's a big penalty.
It is a huge penalty.
That's a huge penalty. There's time on the clock. 2:35 to go. Clock running now. I formation. One wide receiver to the far side. Sam Carter back in at quarterback. He takes a snap. He's going to give it to Gavin Henry off the right side. He's off to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown, Gavin Henry. This is the ball game, folks. 17-13 now, pending the extra point. 2:21 to go in the football game.
Another great run by Henry there. He gets the corner. Instead of cutting it up in, he bounces it outside, uses his eyes, gets to the corner, touchdown, Braves.
Costly penalty by the Ridgewood Generals leads to a Gavin Henry 12-yard touchdown run. 17-13 with the extra point. Upcoming from junior kicker Daniel Miller, the 5'9", 190-pound junior. He looks like a linebacker playing the kicker position. The snap, the hold, the kick, it is up, and it is good for the Indian Valley Braves. We have a 3-point ball game here at Indian Valley High School. 2:21 to go. Indian Valley trails Ridgewood 17-14. Back after this on Big Z Sports and 99.9 WTUZ.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Back to the field with Joe Geckler and Travis McClellan.
17-14, Ridgewood leads Indian Valley. 2:21 to go here in the football game. A 12-yard touchdown run from Gavin Henry to cut the lead to 3 for the Indian Valley Braves. Travis, you're giving me that O again.
Onside kick. They're going to kick it right to you, Joe.
They're going to kick it to me.
They're going to kick it right to you.
If they do kick it to me, we're in trouble.
Team Joe.
I have hands of steel. So Daniel Miller has it set up for the onside kick, and we will see what happens here in the football game. Nice high bounce kick, and it's going to be fielded by number 14, Dalton Patterson. He's going to take it back to the end zone for a touchdown. And I'm not sure, are they allowed to return that for a touchdown in high school football? Let's see what happens here. And they are going to mark it. And they're calling it 1st and 10.
I'm not so sure about that, Joe. I'm not so sure about that.
What are they? Why are they calling that touchdown back? I don't understand. What was Shannon? Let's go down to Shannon Thomas on the sideline. Shannon, you were right in front of that play. What is the call here? Why wasn't Dalton Patterson allowed to take that back for a touchdown?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he wasn't allowed to take it back. I see a couple of the officials are out there talking. I don't know if he got it before it went 10 yards or what's going on, but Slusser's sideline's throwing a fit. Lancaster sideline's clapping, and well, I don't know if we'll get an explanation or not.
That's interesting. So does it have
I've
to
not
go
seen
10
that,
yards?
Joe. No, I don't see why. Why would it have to?
I know.
I'm with Coach Slusser on this.
They're calling
I've been wrong before.
So Coach Matt Lancaster for the Indian Valley Braves going out to the field. He's all the way out to midfield. Now picking up the pace here a little bit. And the officials point Coach Lancaster back to the sidelines as he wants an explanation of what the officials are talking about. Coach Slusser was talking to the officials. Now Lancaster wants an explanation as well. The white hat and all the officials are in the huddle. Gabe Tingle trying to get a hint of what's going on here, and the officials push him back as well. Kind of confusing here on what is the call.
I don't know about this one, Joe. I've never heard of that rule. I'm not saying I can't be wrong. I've never heard of that rule.
Maybe Shannon Thomas can talk to one of the coaches
They're
down
gonna
there
check
and
the
see.
rule book.
They're going to check the rule book here and see what the rule is. Maybe Shannon can walk out with the microphone and we can get an explanation from one of the coaches here from Indian Valley. Looks like they're bringing the rule book in to make sure what the correct call is.
I've not seen
because it
this
should have
before.
been in my opinion, it should have been a 42-yard touchdown return from Dalton Patterson.
Well, I'm not understanding, different rules in football, but why can you not advance it? I know you can't advance them off punt, but that's a kickoff. I'm not so sure about this one. They got to get it right because it's a huge call. The game's on the line. I will give credit to the officials getting the rule book out and getting it right here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you expect. Obviously, no replay in high school football. We'll see what happens. And if you want to see this play again, make sure you check us out on social media after the game. You can turn this on right now. We have the live stream here, thanks to Claxton Communications, Parkway Quick Lane, and Kent State Tuscarawas. On our YouTube channel, Big Z Sports. On our Facebook page, WTUZ Big Z Sports. You can check it out on our social media platforms during the game tonight, and of course you could go back and watch it as well. And let's check in with Shannon Thomas on the sidelines and see if Shannon's found anything out yet. Looks like Shannon's talking to someone down there on the sideline. Shannon, have you found anything out about what the call is here on the field or what they're talking about?
No, everybody down here is hush-hush. I can't get no information out of anybody right at the moment.
And I just got a text from a local coach and said that should be a touchdown.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, a local coach is saying that, listening to our broadcast. I won't say who it is, but
thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And he says it should be a touchdown. He's not sure why it's not, but he said that should be a touchdown. So we'll see what the call is on the field here in just a minute, as they are going through the 97-page rule book here for high school football. And the guys are trying to decipher what the call is on the field. Coach Slusser getting the explanation from the white hat at about the 45-yard line on the far side of the football field. Another local coach has texted me and said it could have been an inadvertent whistle. So we'll see what happens. Let's head down to Shannon Thomas. Shannon?
Guys, I'm not sure what the call is, but I think the problem they have now is the referee called him down, and there is no review in high school football. So I think once they call him down, I don't think they can change the play.
Okay. And that's where the official picked up the football and they moved it all the way down and now all the way back. Okay, they moved it to the 35-yard line. And the one coach that texted in may have had an inadvertent whistle. Like Shannon said, they called him down apparently. So the Ridgewood General's going to have it 1st and 10 at the Indian Valley 35-yard line. The handoff to Xavier Lamanick through the left side of that offensive line. And he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards for the Ridgewood Generals, bringing up 2nd down. Folks, if you want to check us out, make sure you do on our Facebook page, WTUZ Big Z Sports, on our YouTube channel as well, Big Z Sports. You can check out our live stream. Thanks to Kent State Tuscarawas and Parkway Quick Lane. Big thanks to Casey Claxton, Emma Merriman, and Lydia Brady tonight doing all the camera work and all the behind-the-scenes work tonight for us. Myself, Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, and Shannon Thomas. Big thanks to everybody involved here at a broadcast. We have a timeout. We'll keep it right here, though, as the Indian Valley Braves trail Ridgewood 17-14. 2 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the football game. Some craziness going on here in the fourth quarter.
That's a huge call, and referees, on one of those plays, they usually let it play out and then come back and do it. So if there was an inadvertent whistle, that's really not how the fundamentals of refereeing goes. But, again, I think that had to be a touchdown. I don't know why you can't return it.
Yeah,
that was a great play by Dalton Patterson. That's a huge play in a 3-point game. It's not a 30-point game here.
Yeah. So 17-14, Ridgewood leads. They have it 2nd and 7 at the Indian Valley 32-yard line. 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Shotgun formation. Gabe Tingle, he's going to hand it off to Keegan Millender into that offensive line. Maybe gets 1 yard. Going to be 3rd down and maybe 5. They're going to give him 2 yards on the play. Inside the 30 to almost the 29-yard line is Keegan Millender. 3rd down and 5 now for the Ridgewood Generals. It looks like we have another timeout on the field, and we will take a 30-second timeout to regain our thoughts here at Indian Valley High School. 2:03 to go here in the football game. Ridgewood leads Indian Valley 17-14. Back after this.
Hey, if you're looking for a great pie, then call up mi amigos at the Pizza Parlor in Sugar Creek. They start with the homemade crust, topped with their own pizza sauce, and then some generous portions of fresh toppings. Try the Pizza Parlor Deluxe or the ATM with all of the meats, or make up your own pizza. They also have subs, fish, chicken, and more. The Pizza Parlor, Dover Road, Route 39 in Sugar Creek. Give them a ring at 330-852-4888. That's 852-4888.
Joe Geckler, Travis McClellan, Shannon Thomas. It's going to be a jet sweep handoff to Keegan Millender. He puts the ball on the turf. Oh, and he's able to drop back on it at about the 30-yard line. Keegan Millender had it going off the left side of that offensive line and puts it on the turf. And now Millender hobbling off the field for the Ridgewood Generals. Going to bring up 4th down and 6, a loss of 1 on the play. The clock is moving, though. Indian Valley has no timeouts. Ridgewood has 1. We have a 3-point ball game here at Indian Valley High School. The Generals and Braves. The Generals leading 17-14.
Tingle wanted the football there. He went over the sideline and was in Coach's ear. He wanted the football. He was all kinds of fired up there.
A minute 19 to go. They're going to have to get a play off here. They're going to have to call a timeout, and they do, as Gabe Tingle turns to the referee and says, timeout. So there's a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here. It's 17-14 Ridgewood with a minute 15 to go here in the football game. 4th and 6 on the Indian Valley 31-yard line. Let's head down to the sidelines and talk with Shannon Thomas. And Shannon, kind of a crazy event sequence there. We had a weird call on the field. Not sure what has happened. Maybe we'll get an explanation after the game. But, what a back-and-forth fourth quarter.
Yeah, this has been a great football game tonight. One of the assistant coaches for Indian Valley told me he believed that the referee said because the ball didn't travel 10 yards, it was unreturnable. I don't think that's the case. I think there might have been something else happened. Ridgewood did get very lucky right there with Milner recovering his own fumble because now they got a shot to, get a first down here.
So Ridgewood back out of the timeout, shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side on the numbers, and that's number 11, Chase Booth. And it is going to be a false start on the offense for the Ridgewood Generals. And they're going to back them up, and it looks like the Generals now are going to be forced to punt the football away here late in the football game. Indian Valley trails Ridgewood 17-14, but looks like they may get the football back here. It's going to be 4th down and 11 for Ridgewood. Again, Ridgewood leads with a minute 15 to go here in the game. 17-14, and the Generals actually come back out on the offense. They bring their offense back out. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Gabe Tingle has it, looking, fires deep down over the field, has his receiver and just out of the reach of can't tell what the number is. Number 3, Alex Straub, just out of reach of his receiver. He was open, and the Ridgewood Generals turn the football over. The Indian Valley Braves with a minute 9 to go with 30 on their own 36-yard line. They have some time, no timeouts, but a minute 09 to go.
Yeah, they got no timeouts, but first down stops the clock. But that's a hard angle throw from the pocket. If Tingle rolls a little bit, it creates a better angle from inside the pocket. That's a tight angle to throw it to Straub and just misses him there. Braves football, a minute 9 to go, no timeouts.
Shotgun formation for the Indian Valley Braves. They're going to pump fake a little screen. They're going to get a lot of pressure on Sam Carter. He's looking. He fires over the field, and it's going to be out of bounds, intended for Colton Thomas here on the near side of the football field as Sam Carter does a nice job just to throw the football away and not not force something.
Yeah, and that's a great play by the young sophomore, because if you force something, usually bad things happen there. He got rid of the ball, saves the distance, saves the time there, and you live to fight another day.
1:01 to go here in the football game. Ridgewood 17, Indian Valley 14. Been a heck of a football game here tonight at Indian Valley. The rain is held off. A beautiful night for high school football for Week 8 here in Ohio. Trips receivers here to the near side. Sam Carter has it, fires over to his intended receiver. That's Gavin Henry, and just overshoots him a little bit as Xavier Lamnick on the coverage for the Ridgewood Generals.
Credit Cole Lancaster, the fullback there. Caden Bradford was bearing down on Carter. Lancaster come across and pick him up and give him time to at least attempt that pass and get it away. 3rd down and 10.
Guys, if you notice, the home side got quiet. The coaches asked the student section to be quiet so they don't get no false starts.
That was a problem last week for the Indian Valley Braves against the Garraway Pirates. They've done a much better job here tonight. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Sam Carter fires over to the far side and connects with his receiver.
Trevor Myers.
Looks like that's Trevor Myers. He gets out of bounds. Going to bring up a... The chain says 4th and 9. The scoreboard says 3rd and 10. I believe it should be 4th down.
It's 4th down
here for the Indian Valley Braves. And it is now.
That was a 1-yard route, Joe.
A 1-yard route. Just trying to find something over to the sideline. Not sure of that. 48 seconds to go here in the football game.
4th in the game.
4th and 9 now from their own 37-yard line. Shotgun formation. 1 wide receiver on the far side of the field. 3 here on the near side. Gavin Henry in the backfield with Sam Carter. Gets a lot of pressure up the middle to Sam Carter. He flips it back here to Cole Lancaster. It's a backwards pass. He has a receiver wide open, and he overshoots him. And that was Gavin Henry, a last-ditch effort from Cole Lancaster to make something happen there. And I think that might have been a little bit of a design play to a point. It might have been a little bit of a broken play as well, but Cole Lancaster did a nice job to heave that ball down. Had nothing to lose, really. The ball gets picked off, game's over. It falls incomplete, game's over.
I'm not sure if that was design or he was out as a personal protector for Carter to get the ball downfield. Either way, heads-up play by both of those, because Carter was wrapped up around the ankles by Caden Bradford. He pitches it out to Lancaster. Lancaster threw a seed downfield there, just hit on the turf, incomplete, and victory formation for the Generals.
Yep, victory formation for the Ridgewood Generals. They're going to move to 8-0 here on the season as Gabe Tingle takes a snap and a knee here at Indian Valley High School. And that's going to do it here at Indian Valley. The Ridgewood Generals improved to 8-0 on the season. Indian Valley has fallen to 4-2 with their second straight loss here tonight. 17-14 to the Ridgewood Generals in a hard fought football game.
Oh, this was a whale of a football game. It was everything as advertised. Both teams came in and put it all on the line. And as you saw by the scoreboard, it was a whale of a football game. You can't ask for a better game.
Absolutely not. 2 great football games, 2 weeks in a row. The clock's at 00 now here at Indian Valley. It is official. The Ridgewood Generals 17, Indian Valley 14. The teams make their way across the field, shaking hands and congratulating each other on a well-played football game by both teams. Again, the final score here at Indian Valley, the Ridgewood Generals 17, the Indian Valley Braves 14. We're going to take a timeout, come back, talk to head football coach John Slusser, and, of course, announce our Mac and Turf Realty Player of the Game. That's coming up. You're listening to Big Z Sports right here on Z Country 99.9.
Hey there, sports fans. When it comes to taking care of the vehicle that transports your team, you expect it to be done with speed and accuracy. This is Phil Miller from the Parkway Quick Lane. When it comes to servicing your team's vehicle, let my team at Parkway Quick Lane deliver you the winning combination to keep your vehicle on the road and safe. If your vehicle needs to get off the sideline and back in the game, visit the Parkway Quick Lane for your next service appointment.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Tailgating season is here, so why not do it in style with a new vehicle from Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dover. Bring your trade and ask about great financing options on any car, truck, or SUV on the lot. Joel and the Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram team will help you shop and find the best deal for you. No hassle and no stress. Fall is the perfect time for a great deal. Your way, the right way. Visit ParkwayChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com and drive forward.
Busy schedule? Check out Benson's Heat and Eat section with a variety of entrees and sides for you to choose from. And don't forget, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6, Benson's culinary team prepares hot, made-from-scratch dinners, complete with garden salad and bread and butter. Just call ahead to order. For daily and weekly specials, visit bensonsmc.com. Follow them on Facebook or stop into the market. Benson's Market and Catering, 207 North Worcester Avenue in Dover.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our locations in downtown New Philadelphia or Sugar Creek, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, we'd like to wish all of the area athletes and teams good luck this fall.
Dr. Nathan Springer is in the business of making smiles, specializing in braces and Invisalign for children and adults. Dr. Springer provides smiles that can be recognized anywhere. Just look at the winning smile on some of the players. Compliments of Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics. Hey, that smile of pride on the face of mom and dad might be from Dr. Springer too. Dr. Nathan Springer Orthodontics in the business of making smiles at 107 Ray Avenue Northeast in New Philadelphia.
Looking for a new place to grab a meal and relax? Crocker's Bar and Grill is the place to be for great food and fun. Crocker's is more than just ordinary bar food. Open 7 days a week, featuring great lunches starting at only $6 and a great dinner menu for dine-in or carry-out. Be sure to like Crocker's on Facebook for weekly specials, plus catch all the big college and pro games on the flat screens, and weekend deals on pizza and wings. Wear your orange and brown on Sundays for Browns pregame, including food and drink specials. Football season is the best time to stop into Crocker's Bar and Grill in Dover. If you're purchasing a new home, the team at Hartzler's Quality Housing is here to help. Take advantage of record low interest rates to make your new home a reality. Locally owned and operated since 1978, Hartzler's Quality Housing has the experience to guide you through the process. You'll find a wide selection of model homes on site to fit any budget. Open 6 days a week just off I-77. You can also visit them online at hartzlers.com. Hartzler's Quality Housing. Quality from start to finish.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Since the inception of the Times Reporter Best of the Best campaign, you have voted us the best real estate company in Tuscarawas County. Hi, I'm Jan McInturf, and I want to thank you for your continued support. We think Tuscarawas County is the best place to live, work, and play, and the McInturf team of realtors are committed to making sure you are satisfied with your home buying and selling experience. If a new home is in your plans, make the call to McInturf Realty and find out why our clients think we're the best. Online at McInturfRealty.net or call 330-364-SOLD.
Are you looking for a local propane supplier? TMK Valley Propane would like to offer you our hassle-free guarantee. We can provide you excellent service with automatic fill options, budget plans, and easy delivery. Let TMK show you how we take the hassle out of your winter heating needs. Give us a call today for a free site evaluation, 330-897-3911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our locations in downtown New Philadelphia or Sugar Creek, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, we'd like to wish all of the area athletes and teams good luck this fall.
Ridgewood head football coach John Slusser. Shannon Thomas is standing there with Coach. Shannon, take it away, bud.
All right, guys, I've caught up with Coach Slusser here tonight after a 17-14 win over the Indian Valley Braves. Coach, very physical game tonight. I mean, it always is when you play the Braves. You know, your defense, a couple times, like we said earlier, they bent, but they didn't break. The second half, they broke a little bit, trying to stop the run, but in the end, you guys come away with a hard-fought victory.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I feel bad for kids. They're disappointed. I said, don't be disappointed. You won a game, and I don't think they were happy with the way the second half went. But I credit Indian Valley. In the first half, if they don't throw those picks, we could have been down at halftime. So, you know what? I thought it was a tale of two halves. They made some mistakes in the first, which put them down, and we made some mistakes in the second, which allowed them back in it. So it's what you expect when Ridgewood and Indian Valley play two good programs. Kids that play really hard. Great football game.
Gabe made a lot of magic happen, rolling around there in the backfield. Like you said last week, you got to let the kid play football. It's a senior year. But you got to kind of grit your teeth a little bit when he runs 50 yards this way and 25 back this way. But he does a nice job creating things, and his receivers do a great job getting open.
That's all coaching, brother. I made him into that. He wasn't very good when I first got him. I taught him how to do all that. He owes it all to me.
Well, you got to give a little bit of credit tonight to Millender down there in the end zone. That catch there, falling out of bounds, was able to get his feet in. Everybody was yelling out, but I was standing there. I mean, he did a phenomenal job to catch that ball going out of bounds and get that 1 foot in.
Keegan's a really good football player. He's been good for us for all 4 years that he's been here. We've got a lot of nice athletes to go. I mean, Gabe steals a lot of the spotlight, but we have a lot of other good players too.
I think next week you play Claymont, and then you're on the week 10. I know you don't ever like to look past an opponent, but the next 2 weeks, that'll be in the back of your mind on week 10. You got to play Garaway for the league title.
We get ready for Garaway every day of every week. It doesn't matter what week it is, so we'll be ready.
All right, congratulations on your win tonight, Coach.
Hey, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we got Gabe Tingle is headed your way.
Yep, thanks so much, Shannon. And we are up here in the press box here at Indian Valley High School, and we are going to talk with our McInturf Realty player of the game now, and that's going to be number 2, Gabe Tingle. Gabe, man, congratulations on a great game. It's so great, so great to see you back out on the football field. Week 3, you go down with an injury, and everybody is just panicked that it's going to be the end of your career, and you get some good news. It's just an AC joint, and you get back out on the field last week. How good does it feel to be back out on the field with your team?
Yes, first off, I just want to say thanks to you guys for covering us. But it's a feeling that I can't even describe because it is my one last go-around. And even with last year with getting injured, and it left an unfeeling that I didn't like, and I didn't want to go through that again, but we got great news, and I'm back out, and I couldn't be any more excited.
You had a big game last week against Sandy Valley, a team that probably had that game circled on their calendar a little bit. You guys go out, and you show out over 240 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. You get a touchdown on the ground last week, but then you come into this game, total different football game. It's 17-14 is the final, a hard-fought, physical football game, and talk about your team's performance tonight.
We gutted it out, and I couldn't be any more proud of our guys for gutting it out. Thing is, I felt like we got the momentum shifted on us, and we didn't take that very well, which we think down the stretch we had 3 turnovers, which was costly. The thrown pick by me and 2 fumbles, which that's disappointing. You can't have that down the stretch if you want to beat good teams going on later in the season.
Gabe, you talked about later in the season, you guys improved to 8-0, and no matter how you got here, you're here at 8-0, and you guys got your troops and you're going to battle. Talk about your goals are still in front of you. Talk about going down the stretch here, what you guys are looking for as a team.
First off, it's getting that I.V.C championship, hopefully, but next week we got to look forward to too, because we got to get better for that Week 10 matchup, because they're well coached and they play hard, and they're a good football team, which is they're able to take us down, which we got to accept that and find what can make us better so that doesn't happen.
Gabe, obviously at halftime it was a close football game. You guys go into the half with the lead. What was Coach Slusser's message for the second half?
Just can't let them out-physical us, in which they did. We allowed them to out-physical us, which led to them scoring 2 touchdowns and having a chance to tie the game, if not win the game late with a minute left, which as a team against, you can't really complain about that because you got a chance to win the game. But we just got to execute better later down the stretch.
You know, you made some big plays tonight with your feet, and you made some big plays with your arm as well, but your feet allowed you to make those plays. You know, that long touchdown pass down here to Keegan Millender was huge, but you made that play with your feet. Run us through that play a little bit.
Look left, but we got some pressure, so I rolled out right when nothing was there, so I circled around normally do, which isn't always the best. But I saw a guy running across down the end zone and just heaved it deep, and hopefully it went down, and it did, in which it paid off, but sometimes it doesn't always. Just got to get my confidence back up as throwing and hopefully make better throws and decisions down the stretch.
Yeah, you talk about you're scrambling around and you're making plays, and we talked about in the pregame, you just seem to make plays when they need made. But let's talk about the strength of your offensive line there and sustaining their blocks. It's so hard when you have an athletic quarterback scrambling around that they've got to sustain their blocks. They're not sure where you're at. Great job up front by your guys.
Yes, I can only remember maybe 1 or 2 blocking the backs or holding penalties during those scramble plays, which happens a lot. I can't really complain about those guys up front. They do a heck of a job, and there are some things that they can work on in the run and pass, but myself included has things to work on, so we'll see what we can do and hopefully get better and, like I said, get prepared for down the stretch.
Well, obviously, Claymont next week, what do you know about them? What do you expect from them?
Obviously, they have that one win against the Tusky Valley team, which they struggle, but that doesn't mean they're bad. They are scrappy, and they will be looking to take us down, because if they take us down, then Garraway has a chance for that outright championship, which they probably want.
Absolutely. Well, Gabe, congratulations, man, on a great game. I'm glad to see you back. Everybody here at Big Z Sports, so happy to have you back on the field. Go get them next week, and we look forward to talking to you again down the road.
Sounds good. I appreciate the coverage. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Gabe Tingle, our McInturf Realty player of the game here tonight, as he leads the Ridgewood Generals to a 17-14 win over the Indian Valley Braves. And Gabe, gracious enough to come up to the booth here and talk with us as our McInturf Realty player of the game. And always, I think that's the first time we've had him on the air as a player of the game. We get him players of the week and stuff. But, Gabe, very, very class act. Always has been, gives the credit to his teammates.
Humble.
And, very humble kid and a very competitive kid. And great to see him back on the field.
Yeah, I hate for anybody to get injured, and you want your players to be on the field no matter who you're playing. And actually, if you're a coach, you want the other team to be at full strength too. And he come back on the field. He led his team. They get out of here with a win on a hard-fought, battled game.
Absolutely. We're going to head down to the sidelines one final time and talk with Shannon Thomas. And Shannon's at the 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50. He's rumbling and stumbling. And he's going to give us his final thoughts here on a hard-fought football game between Ridgewood and Garraway. Ridgewood and Indian Valley. 17-14 Generals get the win.
Yeah, guys, 2 weeks in a row we got to see 2 outstanding football games. Like Travis calls them, the blue bloods of the I.V.C. South, not taking any credit away from any of the other programs, but these 3 programs got it going on right now. I know Indian Valley is going to look back at those couple turnovers. They had the opportunities, they kind of slip away. But also in the same sense, Ridgewood took them away because that's what good defenses do. Got to give credit to Gabe Tingle, man. He is probably one of the best pure athletes I've seen on the football field. To watch him run 75 yards back and forth across the field and still throw it on a dime and put it in a spot where only Keegan Millinger could catch it. Kid's an outstanding athlete.
Absolutely, and Shannon, thanks so much for the great coverage last week and this week, and we appreciate you pulling double duty with all your social media stuff, and of course talking with us here on our game. And go get some rest, and we'll be back at it here in a matter of another 2 weeks. I believe we're back here on a Thursday night for the rivalry game between Indian Valley and Claymont. But great job all night long, Shannon Thomas.
All right, guys, thanks, and I got to give a shout out to my sidekick. Bryce Murray, he does a great job for me. makes me look good when I'm on the radio.
There you go. That's Shannon Thomas pulling double duty, so to speak, here tonight. But great job by Shannon, as always, on the sidelines for us, whether it's on the stringer as a sideline reporter or pulling double duty, being a stringer and a sideline reporter with his videos and stuff like that. And, of course, big win tonight for the Ridgewood Generals, Travis, and we wanted a close game. That's exactly what we got, 17-14. We're getting our chops busted a little bit from a distance here tonight. For no updates, we're giving somebody that's like 9 states away, but we're calling a football game.
Hey, we're trying to do our best for both programs here, and like you said, this game was a whale of a game. You can't take away anything from either program. This is a game, if you lose by Indian Valley, yes, it hurts, but you take away that, wow, they improved in the run game. They did a lot of things right today against a really good football team here. Both teams have bright futures going into the stretch of their season and then into the postseason. Whale of a football game.
Absolutely. Great job as always, man. I love doing games with you.
Totally enjoy it.
The insight that you give our listeners is second to none. And Travis McClellan is a true professional here with Big Z Sports. We appreciate it. We appreciate Adam Saweski and Chris Kale back in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studios. And, of course, our guys here at the stadium with our live stream. Thanks to Claxton Communications, Kent State Tuscarawas, and Parkway Quick Lane. We have Casey Claxton, Lydia Brady, and Emma Merriman. Lydia and Emma were on the cameras all night, and Casey was pushing the buttons and the controls and doing a great job as always. And, of course, thanks to the hospitality here from Indian Valley High School. Final once again here from Indian Valley, the Ridgewood Generals 17, the Indian Valley Braves 14. That's a final. We're going to head back to our DAC Vitamins and Minerals post-game show back in the Hartzler's Quality Housing Studios with Chris Kale and Adam Saweski. Talk to you next week, folks, when we will be out on the hill in Sugar Creek for the Garraway Pirates and the Sandy Valley Cardinals. Myself and Travis will be out there to call that game for you. Kickoff at 7 o'clock on the hill in Sugar Creek. We'll talk to you next week, folks. Have a good weekend.
Thanks for listening to today's presentation of Big Z Sports and Claxton Communication High School football play-by-play action. Today's broadcast was presented by Kent State University at Tuscarawas and Parkway Quick Lane. Be sure to subscribe to Big Z Sports on YouTube for our next presentation of high school football. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at Big_Z Sports. For the best coverage of high school sports, there's only one Big Z Sports.